Yo, what is going on, Bills Mafia? Welcome to another episode of Mafia Talk. It's your boy Julian J Mafia. We waiting on Big Cuz. I know we an hour earlier than expected. We normally go live at 8, but don't worry, it's gonna be a mega pod. I'm gonna be with y'all for about 2 hours, man. I got some heavy hitters with me to join me. My boy Ismail and my dog Justice General. How we feeling tonight, fellas? How we feeling?
Feeling good, baby. How you doing?
Feeling great. Got my beer. Got my boys. Got my Bills. How else do you want to spend your Thanksgiving Eve?
Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you feeling tonight, Justice?
I'm good, man. I'm excited. I was excited when you asked me to be on. And then I see my dog Izzy when I got here. I was like, oh, hell yeah. It's going to be a great show, man.
About
surprise,
time.
Surprise.
I know Justice been on a couple times, but first time Izzy been here. So, man, please tell the people how they can find you, what you got going on. Let the people know.
Yeah, so I'm a content creator of the Built in Buffalo group. I have a show on Sundays. It's a post game show. If we play on Sunday and it's so if it's no game on Sunday, it's like this past one. It's my Red Zone report where I talk about the team, and it's it's all football, all love. Julian's been in my comments quite a bit. We should have set this up a long time ago, but happy to be here.
Absolutely, man. Definitely great content over there. Make sure you follow my boy Izzy, man. Every time he jumps on, got to show love. But like I said, everybody got their own show. But man, he has quality content. You definitely want to tune in. Definitely want to listen, man. He's a great podcaster. So definitely tap in with my boy Izzy. Yeah. And Justice, man, tell the people where they can find you.
Oh man, yeah. I used to do a show with Izzy. He's definitely a great content creator. I'm a huge fan of his. But for me, right there at the bottom, J17 MVP. Just a passionate Bills fan. Just wait for Sunday.
Yeah, dude, you and my boy Mookie Hawkins. Y'all be on that WFO radio. Y'all be doing big things. So don't. You're not just a big. I know that's all we are. We're just your average Bills fan that happen to just jump in front of a camera and talk our shit. But all of us, we got great content, man. We bring Mafia together, and we need people like us. I know I needed before I started my show. I needed people like you guys just kind of get me through the games, regardless if it was a win or loss. Yeah, boys, we need more content creators like this to stay connected with the Mafia.
For sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Hey, support your fellow content creator of the Buffalo Bills, man.
We better than ESPN. We keep it real. We actually watch the games.
Yeah, like in depth.
Absolutely.
Honestly,
we got Big Cuz in the building too. I thought you were going to hit us up later. What's up, Cuz?
Nah, we just got off of work.
Let's go. We got Mafia Talk in full action. Got some big hitters. So let me just ask you guys straight up, right off the bat, who's the second best team in the NFL? We already know who's the first. Who's the second best? Justin, take it away.
See,
I mean, if you don't believe it's the Bills, then shit, talk to the people.
See, all right. Here's my thing, right? I gotta be objective, okay? Because people accuse me of being a homer because I accurately predict that the Bills are going to do amazing every year, and that Josh Allen is going to touch a different stratosphere, which he does every year. But then I'm called a homer because I correctly predict that it's going to happen because I have eyes and ears and I can use them to see that he's out of this world, one-of-one quarterback, right? However, I will say at the current moment in time, I can't not say that the Lions are, because when the Bills was routing people like this, I said it was the Bills, and I felt wholeheartedly that it was the Bills, right? So we got a matchup with them in a couple weeks. Obviously you don't want to look forward, but that game will tell us a lot about both of our teams. So at this current time, just the way that they're beating folks, they're out there having multiple games of, more touchdowns than incompletions. We saw Josh do it, and I ain't gonna lie, that was the craziest thing I had ever seen. And I praise Josh forever for it. Then they went and did it like 3-4 times in like a 5-game span. I was like, holy crap. So I have to give credit where credit is due to Ben Johnson and those guys over in over in Detroit. But I feel like we're definitely the second best team in the league, if not the first best team. Just honestly, Josh Allen. And then you give Josh Allen help, it's like overkill.
Absolutely. Real quick, man, shout out to my dog, Scott Blakely. 18-2. We still going strong, my dog. Nothing but love to Scott, man. He's out there repping Bills Mafia from Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. So nothing but love to Scott Blakely, man. He shows love every week. He's on all types of podcasts throughout the week. So definitely number one Bills fan right there. So nothing but love to Scott Blakely. Izzy, how you feel? Who's the best team? Who's number one and who's number two?
I'm gonna say 1A, 1B is Bills and the Lions. Okay. The Chiefs, they're up there with us. Can't count them out. But Buffalo soundly beat them, and then the Lions are just on a tear. The Lions are just nasty. So I'll say the Lions. They're 10-1. They're number one right now. I'm objective too, but they're in the other conference, right? So this match in a couple weeks is the Super Bowl preview that I'm hoping for, right? It's the Super Bowl preview that the NFL needs. And the fans of both cities deserve. I think that the Buffalo Bills, if they beat the Lions, they will jump up to that next spot. Appreciate you, Scott. Scott's always on my show, man. He's always dropping gems. But yeah, the Lions are one, Bills are 1B or 1A, however that whole thing works. The Chiefs, they almost lost to the Panthers. I mean, that was too close to call. The Panthers, I thought were gonna pull it out. I was hoping. I was like, oh snap. Bryce Young out here balling, son.
Yeah, it was close. I wanted to put money on it, but I'm glad I didn't because Kansas City ended up coming on top. But that would have been a nice little come up. Real quick, man. Shout out to Beth. Showing love as always. Number love to Beth, man. Let's go. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Number love, mama.
Because how you feeling, man? Who's number one? Who's number two? I know right now. We're in tiers, not 1 and 2, but how you feel, cuz?
I kind of agree with that, with everybody's point. I mean, the way the Lions are playing right now is it's kind of crazy. And
you got Jared Goff throwing 5 interceptions.
It's not even Jared Goff. You got two number one running backs. You got two number one running backs that they could just pound the rock with. And I mean, our Achilles heel this year has been stopping the run, right? So. Right. I mean, like you guys said, 1A, 1B, and like Izzy said, man, honestly, that Bills Detroit Super Bowl is what everybody wants and everybody needs. Right. I think we've all gotten Chiefs fatigue, and that's not even me being a homer. That's just, man, you get tired of seeing the same motherfuckers in the Super Bowl every year. I know we all got tired of seeing Brady in the Super Bowl every year. I mean, it's just the same thing, and it would be honestly, man, it would be a hell of a story. Buffalo versus Detroit. Come on, man.
Someone's always got to go, baby.
Yeah, somebody's always got to go, and I hope it's ours because I don't know if I can take another Super Bowl loss.
And that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing. If we go to the playoffs, can we finish it? I believe we can. And a lot of it, I mean, when you look into the past playoff games, I mean, Josh Allen balls out. He plays his ass off. He does everything he can do at the quarterback position. If you play defense, you'll be a dog at defense or wherever. But the case may be is where the coaching and defense kind of crumbles. I mean, we all know this. Every playoff game we've been to, usually to the Chiefs, it always comes down to coaching and defense. How do you think this year is different? Justin, start it off.
Well, first of all, you have a full year under Joe Brady and his game plan, right? You got a full off-season training camp program. He got the whole shebang as opposed to coming on and kind of trying to put water out of a burning building, which Ken Dorsey left him. So first of all, there's that, right? Then you got Sean McDermott, who seemingly up to this point is making better decisions in the big moments. Now I'm not gonna lie, the Ravens game was the only game that scared me. I feel like the Houston game was weird. Josh was in like a weird state. Stephon Diggs must have crazy aura because Josh was just out there acting.
We didn't have Shakir either, though, that game.
Yeah, it was a tough game. We had no weapons, so I don't. Yeah, definitely the Ravens game. We just got whooped. Yeah, the Houston game, we just let it slip.
We were missing Taron Johnson in both those games too.
Yeah,
that's true. Too. CJ Stroud was doing his best to give us that Houston game. But Baltimore. Baltimore was the only game that really scared me. And honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, we were so unhealthy. I don't even think about it in the same light that I thought about it before. You know, you got man, I hate to say
Houston's struggling too right now too, so you can't even.
Big
time.
It's
Big time.
The way I look at it is you had to. I hate to say it this way, but it's the truth. You had to cut off some fat. You know what I'm saying? You know how like you got a good steak, but it's like a lot of fat on you. Just like slice it off a little bit. Now you got a great steak, right? That's kind of how it feels about like the Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer and Jadavius White, Stephon Diggs, right? It kind of felt like, oh, you know, it helped to cook the steak, right? It made it taste nice and flavorful and stuff.
Sit there chewing on it all night.
You don't want to eat that, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so you cut off a little bit of the fat. And now it makes the steak taste amazing, right? Mm-hmm. And I kind of feel like that's what happened here with the Bills. You cut off a little bit of it while you still maintain, you know, the culture and everything else. You put some younger, fresher faces in positions of guys who were a little long in the tooth, and you know, to this point, it's paid dividends. You know what I mean? And the team looks a lot more energetic. It looks like a completely different team. The offensive line is one of the best offensive lines in the league. So that is something that we haven't had before. Josh is playing a lot more methodical. He's playing a lot more, just checking the ball down, not forcing the ball anywhere, right? No fumbles from our running backs this season.
Oh man,
where the wood at?
I'm knocking on wood right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Knocking on my table wood. I'm knocking on wood. But you know, so all of these things contribute to things. First of all, they travel, because if you got good discipline during the regular season, you're gonna have good discipline during the playoffs. Like you don't just fall off a cliff. That's not how that works. You know what I mean? If all 11 guys on a unit are working together, they don't just stop working together. You know, when times get hard. You know what I mean? They know that they have the pedigree to go win the Super Bowl because they play the eventual Super Bowl champs tough every time. So, you know, I think that this is a year that is completely different from the rest because Josh is a little more free. You know, it's not as hectic, you know.
You'll get exactly what you want, what you're trying to say. I don't want to say it was Stephon Diggs and now Diggs is gone. Josh Allen's free. It was that a little bit, but that wasn't a complete thing. Like, you're right. This is a different team. It's a younger team. Now Josh Allen is kind of more free and has everybody can hit. He doesn't have that number one dog like, oh, well, I got Diggs. I got to make sure I hit him 8 times. I don't know when, but I got to keep feeding him so he doesn't start jumping on Twitter.
That freeness might really project well in the playoffs is what I'm saying. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, it looks good during the regular season so far, but you know, if you don't have that moment where you can see the Bills start tensing up, you know, in the playoffs, then it's a whole new ball game.
And now, honestly, I'm glad you just said that because really there's no more sugar high Josh Allen. There's still Superman Josh Allen. And honestly, like years
I've seen
before,
them once this season. Sugar high Josh one time.
Yeah, you still looking his eye.
Not Houston, Baltimore.
Yeah, absolutely. Because he had nobody really there to bail him out.
You could see it in his face. You could but I think the whole entire team. Once Henry took that first touchdown, I think that just kind of threw the whole energy off. But in my opinion, I've only seen Sugar High Josh once this year.
Well, to wrap that up,
and like Justin said, maybe in the first half of the Houston game.
Yeah, I feel like Baltimore, the rest of the team wasn't putting on. Josh was playing.
Yeah, they didn't show up for that game.
But like people was dropping past. It wasn't really a good joint effort. But Houston, I feel like Josh was mainly the contributor to why we lost that.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, didn't he go 9-30 something in that game?
He was wild.
Yeah, okay, so you might be right. Yeah, you're right on that. Maybe he had flashbacks to the playoff game.
Yeah. When Josh Allen gets into that mode, is like, what are you going to get? Are you going to get Super Josh or are you going to get Sugar High Josh? Now in this season, we're just getting Superman Josh, and he only turns it on. He puts the cape on when he needs to. The only time, like Big Cuz just said, was in that Ravens game, and honestly, nothing was really clicking. Nothing was working. It wasn't just a Josh thing, a defense. It was everything. But to keep moving on, Izzy, what do you believe was the difference between the team last year and the team this year? How do you think we're going to get over that playoff hump?
I think you guys hit the nail on the head with the whole Stephon Diggs thing because in the playoffs, he's not very good. He just hasn't been. He's not producing the playoffs. Gabe Davis took over the playoffs every year, and now he's over in Jacksonville. Both of those guys are injured for the rest of the year, so Godspeed to both of them. Hopefully they recover But right now, you look at Josh Allen. He's 3 yards away from Ty Johnson being over 100 yards, and he'll have 10 dudes with over 100 yards receiving. Like,
Wow, crazy.
Great stat. Great stat.
he is lighting it up. And everybody eats thing. Everybody's like, nah, but you got to have somebody. Yeah, Khalil Shakir's got almost 600 yards. He's on pace for
11 players with touchdowns.
Yeah.
I think
Like,
Shakir's
Mark
proven
Cooper's your
himself.
big play guy, clearly.
I think Shakir's proven himself.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like,
He's
way,
great.
like, yeah, he's
Here's the best slot in the league.
absolutely,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
And he's a bowling ball. Like, he just bounces off everything.
You're like
And
a Stephen
making
Davis.
a first down machine, Khalil Shakir.
And he
Cole
catches
Beasley
everything.
2.0. Really,
Yeah,
Cole
Beasley
Beasley 2.0.
2.0.
He's faster.
He's a better
smarter,
tackle
stronger.
breaker.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's everything we needed in this Bills offense. We was one of the worst teams in yak yards. All our receivers will catch the ball, go down. Catch the ball, go down.
Beasley with a little more riz.
Yeah. No, I
He
love
about
it.
that action.
Yeah, and he catches everything too. That's the beautiful. That's the
He take
Josh-
contact so well.
Josh, as you could just tell when he's
I'll take
there
balance.
and when he's not there. Because the 2 games we didn't have him, you could
You
tell
see,
Josh
wasn't
didn't have
comfortable.
his. Yeah, he didn't have his guy.
Right.
Like, okay, shit's breaking down. I know Khalil's open. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm with y'all on that.
You got anything else to add on that?
Freaking Khalil Shakir.
What's
He's
insane?
he's on pace for almost 1,000 yards. Then you got James Cook. He's almost on pace for 1,000 yards on the ground. He's actually on pace for just below it. But Ray Davis coming through in the clutch, and another guy that I've already mentioned, Ty Johnson, great pass protector and downfield as a weapon. He's catching balls on the sideline.
Yeah.
He's doing the Gabe Davis Indianapolis playoff game.
Right.
He's
I
a
love
weapon that other teams might look at this offseason and may want to bring in. And so if Ty Johnson's played his last year in Buffalo, salute to you, buddy. You fucking earned it.
But
I love the way you said it.
Cook playing his last year in Buffalo, and you might
Okay. Time out. I want to talk to Big
That's a
Cuz,
good
get
question.
his thoughts, and
That's
then
a
we're
good
gonna dive
question.
into running back. So, Big Cuz,
Um,
what do you believe is the biggest difference between this team this year and previous playoff teams with the
Okay,
Bills?
so I'm gonna go a little bit differently since
Okay.
everybody went kind of the same route. I'm gonna say coaching because honestly, guys, can we look back at this Kansas City game? And I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I brought this up last week. I thought for the very first time, Sean McDermott outcoached Andy Reid.
Oh yeah,
Great point.
Definitely.
He sure did.
And the only 2 times that we can maybe question the coaching staff happens to be our only 2 losses of the season.
Yeah.
So, McDermott, in some years, man, he would have just kicked that field goal and prayed for his defense.
Oh yeah, when he went that 4th and 2, that
Yeah,
definitely was.
in a lot of years, that's a field goal right there.
And
then
then
you
Chiefs
hope
would
your
have pushed
defense-
back,
yeah,
scored a
yeah.
touchdown. Good.
The fact that he was willing to just get, all right, Josh, go ahead, go be you. Honestly,
Instead of
boys,
doing
there was no way Josh wasn't getting them 2 yards.
instead of doing a DeMar Hamlin fucking
fake punt with DeMar Hamlin, just give it to
your best
player and let him do his thing. So yeah, I'm gonna just say the difference this year, and I hope it keeps trickling down into the playoffs.
Right.
Is the coaching staff, man. Bobby Babich is doing a great job. We haven't had a healthy defense all season. We've been banged up. Joe
In
Brady,
the transition year,
like it was brought up earlier. Joe Brady had a full off season to implement his offense, and he's got Josh. Like Josh is playing under he's composed. And
is this not his best season so far?
No. Well, it is kind of
not statistically, but
touchdown to interception ratio.
Yeah, there you go, most
efficiency,
efficient. Yeah,
he's doing that. But I like to say that, man, Bobby and the coach, he a bad bitch.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. But yeah, no. So I'm gonna say coaching, man.
I love it. I love the angle you took too, because that's something that really needs to be brought into the eyes of everybody.
And listen, I'm the first
coaching.
one. I'm the first one to give McDermott and be on his ass when he's fucking up. So I got to give him his flowers when he's doing what he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And how is he not in the running for coach of the year when everybody expected us to be?
They hate him.
No, you heard all them clips saying Emmanuel Acho. That's the only dude I know by name, but so many famous media reporters on ESPN, this and that, see it, all of them all said, "Oh, the windows is closed." Manuel Acho said, "There is no window. They put drywall. They barred it down. There is no window.
Yeah,
It's
Manuel
sealed. There's no
Acho
windows
just
in the
said
house."
he's got Josh Allen #1 in the MVP right now. So
Talk to him, cuz. Come on now. How you gonna
I'm
go?
just saying, as
They
long as we
definitely
have
said the
17,
Jets
we got a
was the
shot.
best team in the AFC. They said the Jets was the best team in the AFC.
Yeah,
They said this is the Jets year. It's Miami's year. Come on now. We already got the shit wrapped up already. We already got the division wrapped up.
Listen, if Miami
we
lose
win
tomorrow,
and Green Bay wins, we already division champs. The earliest in, if I'm not mistaken, in NFL history. Either if we're not with the earliest or tied at week 13 to tie up a division.
I think the earliest is week 11.
Oh, beautiful.
Week 11.
Beautiful.
Okay, thank you for correcting me.
I'm glad you said that because I want to ask you two down there this question because I asked last week. We wrap it up this weekend. Do you worry about complacency going into the playoffs?
Nope. You
Negative.
fight for the #1 seed.
That was my point. As long as we're still fighting for the #1 seed, I don't think so. But at some point, if it gets away where we can't,
then you're fighting for the 2 seed.
Yeah, but I don't want what happened this year.
Okay.
I mean, last year to happen, like last 2 games, like the Miami game, we lost. Well, who did we lose? We lost. Douglas got hurt in that game. Gabe Davis got hurt in that game, if I'm not mistaken, or was it Terrell Bernard? And then we lost Davis in the Pittsburgh game. We lost a lot of people in those games
all the time in the playoffs. Yeah,
I don't know.
I go backward. Cole Beasley and Stephon Diggs have broken legs.
It kind of worries me a little bit wrapping it up so early, but
I mean, the good thing is that we have a very diverse set of receivers who, none of them really does the same thing as the other than Curtis Samuel and Khalil Shakir. They're both slot guys. They're both really good slot guys, and Curtis Samuel's finally getting healthy, and he's finally starting to show up on the stat sheet. And so now that he's healthy, you can give Khalil Shakir a little rest from time to time. So he's not out there taking all these hits. It may put a hit on his numbers, but you still want to have your key guys for the playoffs. Now, another big thing is you got guys like Mac Hollins who can step in there, right? He's having a solid year for us. He ain't putting up big numbers, but he's got 3 touchdowns leading the team.
He's also
Gabe Davis.
Yeah, I think Hefe's right with that.
Badass run blocker out there carving up whoever's in front of him, linebacker, safety, corner, don't matter. He's 6'3", 215 pounds of twisted. No, he's 240 pounds. Isn't he 230 pounds? 230 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal out there just hammering people with no shoes on. So
he gonna be wearing shoes soon. That's no, you can't walk barefoot in snow.
I'm just saying that.
But that's a great point, Izzy, because you talk about Mac Hollins and how big he is and how how willing he is to block. But then you also got a guy like Keon Coleman out there who's also massive in his own right and also wants to get out there and hit people. And that's an expensive luxury to have from your wide receiver core. That helps. That helps contribute to not only team morale, but also what they talk about all the time, complementary football. If your wide receivers are blocking for your running backs, that is just going to get them more, get them exposed more to make plays later. You know what I mean?
No block, no rock. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's absolutely a great point.
Yeah, another thing is like we lost Keon Coleman for a couple games, right? Who stepped up? Mac Hollins stepped up. We had Keon Coleman. We lost Amari Cooper for a couple games. Who stepped up? Mac Hollins stepped up.
Yeah, that's true.
Whenever you have somebody go down, if you got somebody who can step up behind them that you can count on.
Samuel now too. Yeah, Samuel stepped up the last 2-3
He didn't do nothing at the beginning of the season, but when people start going down in the receiver room, you got a Curtis Samuel to step up and really perform for.
I said Mac Hollins was going to get 5 touchdowns this year at the beginning of the season. Our first episode, I said it. I think he's got 4 right now.
Oh, you should put that in a parlay, brother.
I know, right? That shit probably go crazy.
Real quick, just want to give everybody a happy Thanksgiving Eve. Hope everybody has a wonderful day tomorrow. Watch some good football. Root the Green Bay Packers. If they beat Miami and we handle business, there we go. We're division number 5 times in a row. So let's go. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving tomorrow.
Shout out to Tommy at Mafia Sports Report too.
Absolutely. I know you guys had collab back in the day, so nothing but love.
Tommy.
Absolutely. Nothing love.
Hey, we're about to face Bootleg Allen. We're about to face the Bootleg 17. Allen.
Yeah, you want to wear 17, man. You
I don't know if they don't know if he's going to play or not. You think so?
He's looking
fine.
good.
Okay.
He did not really throw today in practice, is from
That's
what
what I
I've
heard.
seen.
That's
But
what I heard too.
he's definitely, his stock is looking up. Looks like he's gonna play.
You better hope he don't get Matt Milano.
Oh, I'm telling you, yeah.
It felt good to see him at practice. I ain't gonna lie. Without that red
before we dive
contact
into
jersey.
linebackers,
The
I want
torpedo's
to
back,
touch
baby.
base with the running back group. So, with what we've seen from the running back group this year, real quick, do you think James Cook has earned a contract with the Bills? Justice, take over.
I don't really think it's about whether or not he's earned one. I just don't know if it's in their ideology to give him one. They've kind of, since Brandon Beane has done this, since Brandon Beane has got here, they didn't pay Shady. They didn't pay Devin. They kind of just drafted the backup a year or two before their contract was up so that they could develop a guy to be the number one in their place. You know, it's been like basically a revolving door at the running back position. You get one guy for 2-3 years and then another guy for 2-3, and you know, while the eventual replacement backs them up, you know, and it's always like a group effort. They don't really make anyone the bell cow running back, I think, for this reason specifically. So I don't really know if James Cook, you know, because I mean, if James Cook has a season like what he had last year, or if he makes big plays down the stretch, he could go command a pretty good running back, you know, especially for a running, or he's still young. This is going to be his first major contract. But the Bills could say, have you seen what Ray Davis did? Like, you seen what Ty Johnson is doing? Like, we got Frank Gore Jr. on the practice squad. You want how much? You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's in Brandon Beane's game plan to even re-sign him. So that's kind of hard for me to say.
They could also say, do you see what Saquon's doing? We ain't paying you what Saquon's making.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And let me just throw this. Yeah. So let me just throw this out there too. It all depends on what James Cook, like who's in his ear, what they're telling him. Because if he doesn't want to break the bank, I could see them signing him to a 2-3 year.
Saying if you want to take a player or a team,
contract, you know what I mean. It all depends on what he wants. Because I agree with Justice. Like they have just drafted the replacement, and we had a chance to go get Saquon. We had a chance to go get Christian McCaffrey. Brandon Beane didn't do that. I mean, seeing hindsight's 2020, seeing Saquon right now, oh my God! But could you imagine that in our offense right now? Jesus! But yeah, no, it all depends on Cook, man. Yeah, right? Could you imagine?
That would be insane.
Like,
but
think about it, guys.
Saquon in the same backfield.
Josh Allen has
run a triple option the whole game and be done with it
all day.
Like Josh has never played with an elite running back. He's never played with an elite running back. I mean, Baltimore just gave Lamar Derrick Henry, like, and look how that look how that's working.
Right.
Like, Jalen Hurts got Saquon. Like, I think Saquon might be
for 1 year.
I think Saquon is might be turning the argument about elite running backs.
Yeah, agree.
Again,
him and McCaffrey.
Yeah. I mean, I agree though with our running back room. That's not something Brandon Beane really is, and I think we can use that money in other places that we would use it for Cook. So, but what about you, Izzy?
Unless you have a Saquon Barkley or a Derrick Henry or a Christian McCaffrey, unless you got one of those guys, you're not paying him $12 million a year like Saquon's getting.
Right.
He's on the high end of the spectrum behind McCaffrey. McCaffrey got his deal a little while ago, so he's making like 15, 16 a year. Saquon's making 12.5, which is about the new standard, and you're not going to get out. You're not going to outbid what Saquon got. So if we're looking at like 6 a year, maybe, but even
3 years, 18 million. 3 years, 18 million, 6 a year.
Yeah, that would be fine. That wouldn't bother me at all. But
is that enough for him? Do you really think you got to deal?
Well, that's what I said. It all depends on what.
It depends on what he prioritizes. Yeah.
You want to go make money and go be on a shitty team? Go ahead. I mean, you can do that.
And then
it's the Jordan Poyer
being on a shitty team is you get hurt.
Yeah.
Being on a shitty team, they don't have the line like we do. We got one of the best run blocking lines in the NFL, and you're not on pace for 1,000 yards. So, like, what are we talking about here?
You know who's gonna pay you? A team that don't got a good offensive line.
Yeah.
And like, who's on pace? Because we got 3 good running backs right now. Like,
dude, Saquon
all of them
Barkley's
could hit like about
300-400
this year. I don't know what they're all on pace for, but the way this running back room is going, I mean, we got
Davis
3
got
good running backs.
229.
I mean, we're not going to spend all this money on a James Cook when we got Ray Davis, rookie, and it's Ty Johnson that's already under contract. I mean, we'll just draft a third, second, and third round running back and let him.
Frank Gore
do it
Jr. on the
for
practice
yourselves.
squad. You don't even need to draft nobody at this
Oh
point.
Yeah, I
said
forgot. You're
Frank
right.
Gore.
Damn.
Yeah,
I forgot we got Frank Gore.
While he doesn't have the physical qualities, he's got the vision.
Yeah.
One thing he does have is he's like a Devin Singletary. Like that's the comparison you use for Frank Gore.
That's
Jr.
the floor.
Singletary. And so,
Right.
well, I don't say the floor, but like the type of guy he is in the backfield.
Okay.
He's not super fast. He doesn't have that extra gear. Like, Devin Singletary would juke everybody, have wide open lane, the daylight, but he get caught every time because he's not that fast. Same thing with Frank Gore Jr. He'll see the hole. He'll hit the hole. He'll be down the field 30, 40 yards, but he's going to get caught.
Ray Davis gives me those Fred
I see what
Jackson
you mean.
vibes. He give me the Fred Jackson vibes, the way he runs.
See that.
He's not as tall as Freddie, but just that one, he puts that one cut and he's just
Right.
It reminds me of Freddie. So normally I hate when people try to wear 22. That's Freddie's number. Like I'm like that, but I don't mind with Ray Davis wearing it because he reminds me of it.
That's
He's doing the number justice.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yep.
For you, Justice.
There we go. There we go. Absolutely. Bet I believe he's on his 3rd year, contract year. So that's what we're talking about. Are we willing to pay a James Cook whatever he's asking for?
And we don't get that 5th year option because he's a second round pick.
Exactly. So are we willing to pay him the money regardless? Like I said, he could take a team friendly contract like most players do, and that's cool. I'll be happy to sign him to a 3-year, $6 million contract each year, and I'll be happy with it. But if you want 10 plus, I'm not comfortable giving money. And that's no disrespect to James Cook. You're a phenomenal running back. Last year, you was up there with the Saquon Barkleys. And, well, at the time, he wasn't, but McCaffrey and Derrick Henry, he was up there. But do we want to pay you that money when we're looking at a Ray Davis, Ty Johnson type of performance? If we're looking at a college prospect that can fall to us in the draft, I don't think we're going to be able to pay him when we got other needs in the building. So
let me get my man from Boise State, Ashton Genty.
Yo,
that's my man from Boise State.
Oh, he ain't gonna be there when we pick him, big dog.
Yeah, you're right. Or I'll take my man Judkins from Ohio State too.
No, Scott Blakely is not a bong; it's a hookah.
Hookah, pass me the hookah. All right, let's move over because I talked to WGR this morning. I hit him with 3 big questions. One of them was the running back room. They kind of all agreed with what we said that, no, we do not want to pay James Cook that type of money. If he's willing to take a team-friendly contract, okay, cool. Stick with the team. If you want your money, go get it. We're just not going to pay it. Next one is the linebacker room. We all seen videos of Matt Milano. Today was his first day back in practice, right? Fully. I did not see a red non-contact jersey. He's full ready going. Dude, first question. Do you think Matt Milano's going to pay this week? Justice.
Yes. Oh, sorry. My bad.
That's it. Just yes or no.
Jump the gun, baby.
Yeah.
Yes. Is he? Yes or no?
I think he is, but I don't think he's going to start.
Okay. That's my next question. Because what do you think is his snap count? Does he completely take Dorian or Terrell off the field? Is it 50-50? Is it 25-75? What is Matt Milano's snap count?
Here we go. Here's my thought process on it, right? It's kind of hard to take our lead. If I'm not mistaken, Dorian Williams is our leading tackler.
By 30.
And he's one of the top tacklers in the league. It's kind of hard to take him off the field.
Yes.
But for me, if it was me, I'd use these last, we got 5-6 games left. Let's use these last 6 games. Don't rush Milano to get the full snap count right away. He has only played 4 to 5 games in the last 2 years, guys. Let's give him a chance to get his football legs back under him while you continue to let Dorian Williams play, and then come playoff time, let's see what happens. Okay. Let's see what happens. Because I'm not keen on just taking Dorian Williams off the field right now, to be honest with you.
Oh, no.
So I think Milano plays obvious passing downs. 3rd and 8, Milano goes out there. 3rd and 2, you leave Dorian out there because that man is the damn green turtle shell from Mario Kart.
Yeah.
You just shoot him, and he's
I
gonna
like
score
that. I like
whatever
that
he hits.
I like that reference. I like that reference.
Yeah, he makes a beeline, and whatever he hits, offensive lineman, running back, wide receiver. I'm sorry for you. Dorian Williams is a monster when it comes to laying the wood.
He's seeking
That boy can
missiles.
just oof, just hit
Okay,
it
dog.
and quit it. Next play.
I feel like it could be a matchup thing too. Like when we go play Detroit, obviously you're probably going to play Milano a little more because he's got to match up with Laporta. So it's a
You don't
matchup
think
thing.
TJ can't hold that down? You don't think TJ?
Are you're going to need TJ to guard Jameson Williams. They got receivers over there. It's not like you know what I'm saying. Like they got receivers, so you're going to need TJ and them boys. They're going to be busy. They're going to be busy. But like, I just don't want to ramp him up so fast that he gets hurt again. That's my biggest fear.
I think the injury might be a blessing in disguise, you know, because he tore his bicep, right? But he was coming off of that ankle, that leg break from last year. Yeah, he broke his leg last year. This year was a bicep. So he's had extended period of time, actually 3 months for that leg to heal up and to just not be putting, you know, football contact on it. You know, every time somebody tears an ACL, they blow a knee, they tear an Achilles, they come back that next season. They're not the same until like halfway through the season or even after the season. He's had an extended period of time now to rest that leg, and hopefully for him, it pays dividends. But I think that the Detroit game, you may also see 3 linebackers on the field at a time. Because they like to run the ball so much, you may see them go into base formation where we are going into base 4-3, and now you got Milano on the weak side, you got the freaking missile on the other side.
I was hearing that they were contemplating running 3D linemen and using Dorian Williams as that extra that extra end. Okay. So I mean, like, man,
I don't think he's big enough for that, but I don't know.
I think we are. We got you put Daquan Jones in the middle, you got Ed Oliver on one side, and you got Smoot on the other side, DeJuan Smoot. So you put Smoot, Oliver, and Daquan Jones there, and then you got your 3 linebackers plus Tarrant Johnson, who can blitz.
A lot of them are talking about a 5-3 defense. Are you guys willing to take Teron Johnson off the field to add Matt Milano and keep all your linebackers?
It depends on the play. If you got one wide receiver out there, sure. You got 2 wide receivers out there, maybe. You talking about 3 wide receivers? Tarrant Johnson has to be on the field. I would take out one of the safeties before I take out Tarrant Johnson.
Okay.
Let him
I agree too.
Yeah, absolutely. Justice.
Go sit down, DeMar. Like, Tarrant's got that.
You take a break.
Right.
Take a break.
Yeah, absolutely.
You deserve it.
Drop somebody down. And they did that with Jordan Poyer. Micah Hyde stayed back. They dropped Jordan Poyer down as a hybrid linebacker, and they made it work. But, Justice, how you feeling with the Matt Milano snap count? How do you think can he take somebody out, or is it just rotation?
Well, to start, I think it's definitely just going to be a pitch count. I can see him getting 33% of snaps. Kind of in the same vein that they do with the defensive linemen, how they rotate them out. I think it'll be a little bit less, but you know what? I think they'll play him in like a linebacker version of a Von Miller role, right? Where he comes in. He comes in exclusively to rush the passer. Like, I don't want him touching the running back. I want you going for the quarterback every play. And Von Miller.
No, the player said to play a Von Miller role.
For Matt Milano to play a Von Miller role.
Okay.
In terms of you come in for a specific type of play, and that's the only time I'm going to see you in a game to start. You know what I mean? So again, you want to get them coming back slowly. You don't want them to risk re-injury. And Matt Milano is a pro. Matt Milano is a former. I think he was all pro.
Yeah, he was.
Yep.
He was.
So he knows the ins and outs of the game. It won't take him too long to readjust, but I am glad that he's coming back now. You know, so he can get these last couple games throughout the regular season and be, you know, in prime position to be healthier, you know, going into the playoffs, making a deep run.
Girl, you old. What are you doing?
Big dog. What's up, dog?
The girl's 12 years old. You hear the doorbell ring and she flip out.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's alert. He's alert. But I love the takes with Matt Milano. Me personally, I definitely want him to like a 25-30% snap count where he's only coming in for like those obvious passing downs, second or third and longs, and those because he was one of the best pass protector linebackers. But is he going to experience the same fate as a Trey White, where when Trey White came off his injury, he looked good, was struggling a little bit, and then he came back to being Trey White, taking the ball away, making stops, and then he got hurt again. So honestly, with everything you guys just said, kind of really put that on ease. Like, let's ease him back in. We don't really need Matt Milano. And I know me and Big Cuz been talking about it all season since he's been hurt. Keep the guys in. Terrell Bernard is making a play every week, regardless if it's a forced fumble recovery, interception, or just a big stop. Terrell Bernard is that dude. He took over when he was hurt, and he's been right away. You can't take him off the field. Dorian Williams is the leading tackler for the Bills by 30. By 30 tackles. The next best is Damar Hamlin. So what? So, Dorian Williams is like 100. Dorian Williams is at 70. I'm telling you, you cannot take these guys off the field. And when you go through a 5-3 defense, you can't take Teron Johnson off the field. So definitely want him to ease him into the defense, get his legs warm, and we really need him, get him ready for the playoffs.
It's a great problem to have.
Dorian's at 97 tackles.
Great
He's
problem to
sixth
have.
in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
What was that?
Great.
He's sixth in the NFL right now in tackles. Dorian Williams.
Okay. You cannot take him off the field.
He's on pace for almost $150.
Yo,
Yeah.
Indy got 3 people in the top 4 for tackles. That is insane.
They play a lot of
Where
defense.
they at in the
Yeah,
standings?
they do
They
play a lot of defense.
Where are they in the standings? And we're going to transition into the standings. And we already got Buffalo Bills number 2. We are a game behind Kansas City. I know all of us was hoping for the Panthers to drop one, and it was so close by 3 points. They almost had it.
Bryce
We could
Young
have came up
was
a bye week, number 1 seed, because Steelers dropped theirs. They're 8-3, 8-4, or whatever. So we're definitely neck and neck with Kansas City. Their season kind of looking a lot easier than the Bills, but still, the way the Kansas City been playing,
They're gonna lose to Denver and Pittsburgh.
Not anymore.
like I said, the way they're playing, we definitely could take the first seed. And I know Justice talked about it earlier in the show. It's still up for the taking. Are we still willing to fight for that 1 seed? And we need that 1 seed.
Hell yeah.
That bye week will do us justice.
Hey.
No pun intended.
That bye week, do you guys agree, came at a perfect time
Oh yeah.
for us?
Yeah, I agree. But I don't agree that the Chiefs have a harder schedule or easier
No,
schedule.
I said easier. I meant easier.
No, I don't agree they have an easier schedule than us.
Okay.
We got the 49ers. That game sounded hard a couple of weeks ago, but don't look too tough no more. Rams don't look too tough no more. The Lions, yes, I gave you that, but then you got the Patriots
Jets,
twice.
Patriots, yeah.
Yep, and the
The
Jets.
Jets, right? The Chiefs got the Raiders, a division game that always play them tough.
They
Chargers,
beat
a
them.
division game that always play them tough.
Yep.
The Browns, who just beat the Steelers, they
the
got
Ravens.
Myles Garrett. The
the
Texans,
Ravens.
who, I mean, they,
Okay, let's go through the Chiefs schedule real quick because that's the next segment. I want to go through all the top. Okay, Justice, you tell me who's your top 4.
top 4
Two.
what?
Top 4 AFC, top 4 NFC, top 4 teams.
Bills, Chiefs, Ravens.
Steelers?
Huh?
Steelers?
I kind of want to go Miami, but they don't got the ranking. They don't got the
Okay,
standing.
I want to talk about that too because a lot of
They don't
people
got the
talk about
standing.
Miami's going to make run back into the playoffs. Do y'all believe
Remember
it?
it's December.
Who cares? They're not beating anybody.
Yeah, no, I'm saying if
cares
Miami
about
had
the
a better
Dolphins?
record, I feel like, but they're gonna have a tough time even making the playoffs.
As soon as they go to one of these cold weather cities in the first round, it's a wrap. Who cares?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. Like,
No. I ain't meaning it towards you. I'm just saying in general. Like, who
Put a
cares
condom on
about the
the
damn Dolphins, bro? It's a wrap. Like, it's
Wrap it up.
over. Yeah, like I ain't mean that towards anybody. Like, I just meant that in
So-
general.
Get the
Justice,
Trojans, maybe it's over.
What's your top 4 in the NFC? Top 4, top 2. Who you got?
49ers, Eagles,
Mhm.
Lions.
Vikings.
Can't leave Lions out.
Oh, I didn't say the Lions yet? Yeah,
Nah, you
Lions.
said 49ers.
I didn't mean 49ers. I meant Lions. I'm sorry. Lions, Eagles, Vikings. And actually, I'll say I feel like the Cardinals are the most dangerous ones.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's interesting. I like that.
It is. I like it. Because who else is in that NFC race? I mean, we got Eagles. I mean, Seahawks are sitting at 3. Falcons.
I was thinking about
4.
Minnesota's 9-2.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota's they win by the skin of their teeth right now.
Green
but
Bay's
so are the
pretty
Chiefs.
good too. Green
Green
Bay.
Bay,
is
yeah.
good.
So Izzy, take it over. Start with the NFC. Who is your top 4 with the NFC?
I got Lions, Eagles, Seahawks, and Buccaneers.
Yes.
Wow, because the Buccaneers are sitting at 9 right now.
Yeah.
How do you let the Bucs sneaking in?
I got them taking their division. The Falcons are not impressive right now. They look good, and now they're doing this, and the Bucs are doing that.
Yeah,
and they're only a game apart. So I think that the Buccaneers are actually coming on. Baker Mayfield's coming on at the right time. Baker Mayfield's not worried about cold weather. You know, he played in Cleveland for 4 years, so he's not worried about that cold. I think that the Buccaneers are prepared for whatever weather they got to play in, no matter where they got to go. And Baker got the chip on his shoulder, man. Like he's not out here playing with fools. And Kirk Cousins doesn't look like the Kirk Cousins for the first 8 weeks. So I got the Bucs taking over there. If they win this week and the Falcons lose, they're tied for the division, and it's a race to the end to then from there.
Yo, shout out to everybody in the comments. Nothing but love to everybody. Joey Hatch, make sure y'all tap in with my boy Joey Hatch. Saltman Mafia. I'm telling you, Saltman Mafia on Facebook. Tap in with my guy. Keep you updated with the latest Bills news. Make sure you join my boy Joey Hatch on the 12th Man Mafia. Man, sent that request. He'll add you and keep you updated. Nothing but love. As always, Scott Blakely. Nothing but love. You my brother. You my dog. Beth, we love you too. My boy Spin. I'm telling you. Nothing but love to you too.
My dude right there.
Haven't seen you in a while, but I love your top 3s. Lions, Eagles, Vikings, Bills, and Ravens, and Chiefs. I like that. Yeah, Izzy, your AFC top 4.
So I'm going Buffalo, Kansas City. I'm going Pittsburgh.
Okay.
AFC South is tricky. I would say Houston because they're on top of their division, but I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Denver.
They said they're going to sneak in, yeah.
Bo Nix looking like rookie of the year. It was Jaden Daniels, and then Jaden Daniels kind of leveling out, and Bo Nix got those crazy eyes, like he's about to go hurt somebody.
But see why I said Miami? Because I think Miami will spank Denver if they play today.
I don't think so. I think that ship sailed last year.
Denver's defense is crazy.
That 70 burger from last year was a crazy fluke.
Yeah,
and
Miami was balling last year.
I mean, didn't we prove that the next week though? Didn't we prove that right after they dropped the 70 burger? They came to Buffalo and got that ass whooped.
No, they're not a great team, but I think from the top 3, it dropped significantly that 4th team, no matter who you put there. So,
but I mean, Pittsburgh's beaten Baltimore, so I got them over Baltimore. You know, they got to play them again still, but they beat Baltimore, and they only scored field goals and beat them. They didn't have to score a touchdown to beat them. So that to me says that Pittsburgh defense is for real. Buffalo's defense is obviously for real, and we're getting healthier, right? Yeah. And in Kansas City, you know, they're still skating by, but when they play Pittsburgh,
you really can't harp on nothing with the Chiefs is that they got the refs to add them. They got the defense, special teams, offense, plus the refs. So you got to throw the Chiefs in there. But
against Buffalo, though, we made the game so clean that the refs couldn't even get involved.
Couldn't do nothing.
They were calling flags on them because they were like,
there's a couple contradictory.
They tried to get in the game a couple times.
It was even at the end of the day. Shout out to Spears Sports Network. Nothing but love. We appreciate you rocking with us. We rock with y'all. Nothing but love. Stay tuned, man. We're going to keep building and growing together. Let's go.
That's my boy Jacob right there. What's up, Jacob?
Let's go, Jacob. Number love.
All right. So
we got my boy Hefe in the building, repping the Steelers. Get bang bang, Steeler gang.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. That's another team. Honestly, that last game was their last game. Who did they play?
Pittsburgh played the Browns. I think they lost in overtime.
Yeah, and
No,
they
no,
lost to
they lost.
Jalen Ramsey. I put
Yeah.
money on the Steelers to win, and they fell off. So
No, Jalen Ramsey.
what's going on? Are y'all a fluke? Are y'all a fraud? We will see.
The snow played a part in that one, though. I think the heavy snow, in Cleveland, freaking Jameis Winston was out there.
You can't give them a break. They play in Pittsburgh.
I get
they both
that.
have to play in the snow.
But
yeah.
Russell Wilson's not used to that.
Man, he shouldn't have went to Pittsburgh.
He shouldn't have, but you know what? He got paid already, so why not?
Yeah, well, yeah, true.
He got paid already.
That's a
fact. All right, so
basically,
you got the big bag.
Top 4 in each thing, right? Is that what we're doing?
Because top 4 NFC. Start with the
NFC. Obviously, you go Lions, Eagles. Man, I think it's going to boil down to the Lions and the Eagles. I really don't think. I like the Arizona pick as a sleeper. And I'm with Izzy on Tampa.
They don't lose to the Jets though.
I think Tampa's going to eventually take that division.
Another thing, I think Arizona would spank Tampa if they played today.
Okay.
Depend on where. I think it depends, but AFC, obviously you go Bills, Chiefs. I'm going to stick with the Steelers, even though they lost against Cleveland. And I'm going to go with one nobody has. I don't think anybody's mentioned. If you have, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to go with the Chargers, man. Harbaugh's a hell of a coach, man. Yeah. And they're quietly plugging along, huh?
You leaving out the Ravens?
Yeah, I'm leaving out the Ravens.
I'll
take
out of top 4, I'm leaving the Ravens. I'm not saying they're not going to make the playoffs, but if my top, the Chargers worry me just a little bit. Harbaugh's a good coach. They got a good defense, and they can run the ball. And he wants to run the ball. And Justin Herbert can sling it if he has to.
So you leaving out a division winner?
But
no, I mean, for the South. Oh yeah. No, the Chargers are in the Chiefs division, so obviously they're not winning that division.
No, but you look at the Ravens, you wouldn't put them up there because
the Steelers,
Steelers, and then they also lost to the Browns.
So we're talking
AFC South is the one that's left out.
Yeah,
but they all suck, so that makes sense.
Yeah, Colts maybe. Who else is it?
Houston, Jacksonville. It's
the Titans just beat the Texans. Like
yeah. Go figure. They made Will Levis look like fucking a young Josh Allen out there.
Like it was Broncos or Chargers. I could get behind. The Ravens are an anomaly to me though because they beat the brakes off of us. We were injured, but that's no excuse. They still beat the hell out of us. But they lost to the Browns and the Colts. Like I don't get it. It don't make no sense to me.
Me with the Ravens, I kind of have to see Lamar do it in the playoffs first before I can believe in him. Playoffs come around, you can't trust him. It's not like with Josh, right? We haven't been over the hump, but if you look at Josh's numbers, it ain't because of Josh we haven't got over the hump. With Lamar, it's like, bro, he played really bad in that AFC Championship game.
He plays really bad in most playoff games.
Yeah, so until he can show me that he can get it done, I just can't, man. I just can't because I know what I'm gonna get from him until he shows me different.
That's why I never understood that argument that like people who are in favor of the Ravens say they're like, oh well, the Bills haven't beat anybody before we beat the Chiefs. Who have the Bills beat? They lost, losers, and then you lose you beat these losers, and then you lose to the two teams with the winning record, who would be Houston and Baltimore.
Kenny, where are you?
But then it's like you played Houston close. You would have played more close if not for that stupid ass end around. Right?
Yeah.
The Ravens losing to bums. How is that better? Like I don't understand.
They lost to bottom feeders. Like
I don't know how that makes your resume.
To the Raiders.
Last
they
place
teams.
The Raiders, not the Colts, man. Yeah, you're right. The Raiders.
They lost to Aiden O'Connell.
Worse. No, I think it was Gardner at that point.
Was it Gardner?
Yeah, it was before they benched him.
Okay.
It was like week 3 or week 2.
Still, you lost to Gardner Minshew. Come on. I don't
think Gardner's that bad, but the Raiders still suck as a whole. Like their defense is super hot garbage. How do you not beat them?
Yeah, I agree.
That defense
I
is
agree.
name a player on the Raiders defense. I'll wait.
Max Crosby.
Okay, name someone else.
Yeah. That's about it. That's about
Yeah,
it.
that's about it.
I forgot about him because that
Max
defense
Crosby is
is
two
trash.
players.
Yeah,
Like Spillane, I think, is the linebacker.
you right though. Outside of Max Crosby, who else is? Yeah, you right. You right. I
Yo,
get
block
you.
98, and then no one else.
Yo,
It's hard to
Sandra,
block.
I appreciate you. Big dog, man. Nothing but love, man. We just your average Bills fans that jump on live and talk shit. So you fuck with Izzy, I fuck with you. Nothing but love. Let's
He's
go.
always on my show. That's my lady right there.
Dang.
Nothing but love. Nothing but love, man. You're more than welcome. You got anything you want to say, hit me up. You got the door wide open for you. Talk your shit. I love it. I love it. That's one thing about Mafia Talk. We let the Mafia talk. Anybody got something to say, we doors wide open for you. Just hit me up and you can talk your shit. Man, that's for everybody. I got my boy Hefe talking shit about the Steelers. I got my dude Scott talking shit about his Miami Dolphins. So, like I said, we open the door for everybody, man. Let's go. But my top fours for both sides.
Hey, to be fair, they're all of our Miami Dolphins because we own them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm glad you interrupted for that because you're absolutely right.
Hell yeah.
My top four for the AFC, obviously Bills, Chiefs, because we know the Chiefs going to get in there regardless. And I really think Steelers, regardless of that Browns loss, when I look at their schedule, I really think they can still win out. There's a couple teams, Baltimore Eagles. They might drop one to Eagles. That's about it.
Pittsburgh.
I'm pretty sure they're going to beat the Chiefs and Ravens again. They got the Ravens number. They beat them every year.
I'm welcome to that.
So I really got Steelers. And the last team, I know Ravens. They're in Division 2. It's kind of tough to balance everything. But if it's not Ravens, then I don't think the Dolphins are going to sneak in. They're going to drop one that kicks them out. It has to be Chargers. It has to be Chargers. The way they're playing right now, they find a win as well. They find a way to win. I don't know. It really gets tough to the last four because it can either be Broncos, Chargers, Ravens, either Miami, Colts, Bengals. They're axed out. Everybody else is pretty much Browns, Jets, Titans. Everybody else is axed out. You might as well eliminate them for the playoffs. Everybody else definitely got a punter's chance. So my last four, I'll put it to the Chargers.
Real quick, I want to say I really pray and hope that the Steelers do win out because if the Steelers win out, that's the best thing possible for us. Mm-hmm. Take out, you give the Chiefs a game, which makes us the 1 seed, and then you give the Ravens a game, which gives Lamar Jackson 5 losses, and there ain't no way you could sit here and tell me that a 5-loss individual is the MVP because Josh Allen didn't win MVP last year for that very reason. So if the Steelers win out, I would love it.
Hey, Justice, just to piggyback on that point. Last year, Josh Allen had 15 more touchdowns than Lamar Jackson was the 2 seed and still didn't get MVP.
That's the team that I don't want to see in the first round.
Josh Allen had 29 total passing touchdowns. Lamar had 29 total touchdowns.
Jesus.
Yeah. Each year of Lamar Jackson's MVP season, we can dissect it, and Josh Allen outperformed him.
Listen.
Except
Lamar,
no.
Lamar Jackson's 2018 MVP season. If you go look up the numbers, it was
2019
or whatever year it was. His numbers.
His first one.
Put up 2015 Tyrod Taylor's numbers and show me a difference.
So 36 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. That's the big difference.
I'm just saying.
Tyrod only had 20 touchdowns. So there's a big difference.
Passing yards, rushing yards.
So passing yards, rushing yards, you were exactly correct. However, Lamar had 36 passing touchdowns, 8 rushing touchdowns for 44 total.
But if we going off that logic, then you're correct. Josh should have won MVP last year.
Yes, he should have. That's not even
close. He should have won it off of any logic. I don't know what anybody else was watching last year. The Bills ain't nowhere near where they are without 17.
The national media logic was Josh Allen throws interceptions. And Lamar Jackson is infallible.
Even when Aaron Rodgers fucking won the fucking MVP, Josh Allen. I know the first year Aaron Rodgers went crazy. but at the same time, like you can't. I feel like Josh Allen is always with a crutch, regardless.
Yeah.
This year was he's a turnover magnet. What the fuck has he done?
What has
for
Mahomes
the
been
first
this
half of the
year? And
season?
nobody's saying anything.
Don't you dare talk about Mahomes.
Oh my
He's a
God.
two-time Super Bowl champion.
It
He
drives
can't
me
do anything
nuts.
wrong.
Thou
It
shalt
drives me
not
nuts.
speak the
But
name
he
of
threw 6 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Josh Allen
It
had
doesn't
not
matter.
thrown
They did that on purpose.
Is the refs.
Josh
They're
Allen,
bored in the regular season. They only try in the playoffs.
Listen, I'm just saying, bro. It makes me sick that Mahomes is throwing at least one every game, sometimes two, and then he's making throws that like should be picked.
Those are called turnover-worthy plays.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Terrible
But you know,
this year. He's just making all the excuses.
Josh blows him out the water with turnover-worthy plays.
well,
Here's the
know.
thing:
I
last year,
would-
Josh Allen, of all healthy quarterbacks, because Joe Burrow had a lower percentage of turnover-worthy plays, but he had played like 6
Yeah.
weeks.
Leave the season.
Josh Allen led the league for players who went the entire season at quarterback with 2.4% of his passes being turnover-worthy plays, which was the best in the NFL. He was just the most unlucky with those plays because most of those got picked off. This year, his turnover-worthy plays number is up, but fewer of them are getting picked off. Super lucky. So do with that information what you will.
Fair enough.
All right, man. Let me finish off my NFC top 4. Obviously, I got Lions, Eagles, Vikings, and Packers. Really think Packers gonna make that run. They looking strong. Justin Love is looking good. You cannot stop that whole Packers organization. They always get something going. They might go through a slump here and there, but
They might lose about a lucky ass organization. You go from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love. Come on, man. And you only got one. You got if you're gonna count Favre, you got 2 Super Bowls out of all those franchise quarterbacks. Just 2.
That is great.
Yeah, just 2. That's
But if you could hit at one position over all other positions, it would be quarterback.
I mean, yeah, but then again, like that, man, if I'm Green Bay organization, we've hit on 3 and we still only got 2 to show for it in the last like 30 years. Like, come on.
That is wicked.
That's kind of crazy considering how long was A-Rod dominant in Green Bay.
But you look at it though, like the Patriots dynasty happened in that time though. Like the Steelers had Roethlisberger, they were hitting. The AFC was dominant for a while here. Like I remember when I was a kid and the Niners went to the Super Bowl against the Chargers. It was like 15 straight years that the NFC had won the Super Bowl. And now the shift has come. And now the AFC is dominating the Super Bowl.
Big Dog. How we feeling, Big Dog?
What up, man?
We got my man Kenny.
Yeah, y'all can hear me?
United. Yeah, we hear you, dog. Yo.
Kenny,
what
where
up,
you
man?
been, bro? Where you been,
my
bro?
boy Kenny from Buffalo United, up and coming podcaster. And he get his shit together, but he still has great content, great takes. Yo, I love my man. Yo, tell the people who's number 1.
So I ain't gonna lie, bro. So I'm about to say so these past few weeks, bro, I've been working on my craft. I've been working on my platform. So my first show is actually gonna be this Saturday at 8:30. So hey man, everybody that's in the chat, everybody that's right now that's on the podcast, man, tune in. It's gonna be lit. We're going through breakdowns, we're going through formations and everything, bro. We're gonna get it popping, man. But what's going on with the people? What's going on, man? How y'all feeling today here, man? How y'all feeling?
We're feeling great. We're feeling great.
I'm feeling 9-2.
Blessed.
Let's go.
You ain't say nothing. Yes, sir. You know how we are, baby. We on our way to that first seed.
Yes,
Real quick, Kenny, I'm gonna just tell you, how do you think this team has?
My bad. The phone went out. My phone on 4%. Hold on. What you say again? Say it again.
No, he went out.
People, the difference between this team now and the team in the past in the playoffs.
So,
what's different?
There are 2 simple things, right? So, for the first thing, we have a run game. You know what that means? That means we're not one-dimensional anymore. That's the biggest thing. The fact that we don't have number 1 receivers playing with Josh Allen and we still putting up 30 points, we are dynamic. We could win in many ways. We couldn't do that before. We couldn't win unless we pass. We couldn't rely on the run game. So the fact that we are multiple, that we can win in multiple ways, that we have a run game, that's number 1. Number 2 is Savage. I mean, I always get his name wrong. Our defensive coordinator. I think it's Babbage or Savage.
Yeah,
I always get it wrong. Him. He's the biggest. Difference. Let me say that because guess what? When we play the Chiefs, this is the first time since we had Sean McDermott as a coach to where we have played the Chiefs one-on-one. We have played the Chiefs man-on-man coverage. Andy Reid ain't know what to do with that. We play a lot of teams man-on-man coverage if it comes down to it. So the fact that we have a different defensive coordinator, that means we are bringing different type of styles of play according to the team. So those are the two biggest differences with our team this year. And like I said prior, this is the best Bills team that Josh Allen had since he came into our franchise. Bottom line, and we see the results right now. Bottom line.
Okay, big dog. What is Matt Milano's snap count coming out of injury?
So I'm not sure if he's gonna play 49ers, honestly, because the 49ers, that's not a must-win game because 9 times out of 10 we're gonna win that game. 49ers is not who they used to be, as we all can see. So now, with that being said, we could beat them without Matt Milano. But I think the only way that Matt Milano will play this game is if we blowing them out by the time the fourth quarter come. So in my opinion, don't expect to see Matt Milano unless we blow this team out. Bottom line.
Okay. Another one. Running back situation after this year. Do you think we're gonna pay James Cook the big money, or we're gonna let him walk and let Ray Davis take over?
So it's actually a toss-up, but the fact that this.
Oh, Kenny breaking up.
I think the phone finally went on him. He said it was at
4%.
I had to do a little quick speed round. That's okay. Kenny gonna join us back later. I had to give him a shine real quick. Yeah.
I'm sorry, real quick, fellas. I gotta get ready for work, so I'm gonna head out. But thank you for having me on. This was fun. You let me know next time you're doing this little. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it.
We appreciate you.
Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Izzy. Shout out to Big Cuz.
Hey, bro.
Hey,
appreciate you, brother.
Score prediction before you leave. Score prediction.
Bills 38, 49ers. Yeah, I'm gonna be generous. 13.
Ooh, I like it.
13. Okay. I like it.
The generosity.
Yo, hot take. Who's the player of the game?
Hot take. Amari Cooper goes over 100 yards for the first time as a Buffalo Bill.
So who?
Amari Cooper goes over 100 yards for the first time as a Buffalo Bill.
Love it.
And that's how you leave the fucking Mafia talk. Shout out to my brother, Justice General. Tap in with my guy. Tell the people where they can find you one last time.
JA17, Buffalo. I'm sorry, not Buffalo. I'm tripping. I can't think right now.
Fan base. Bills fan base.
Mafia, the originators of Bills Mafia. Okay, Buffalo fan base. Thank you.
There we go.
So shout out to Mafia Sports Talk. Shout out to y'all. Hey, I appreciate you having me on, bro. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go Bills. Nothing but love to Justice General. Tap into my guy, Izzy. Where you at, dog? Take your time, man. I ain't rushing you.
I hear you, baby.
All good, brother. We still rocking with it. I'm still waiting for Kenny to charge his fucking phone. I'm about to have my boy Harry jump in. Then we still got the second half of the show. We still got more to talk about. We still have yet to touch on the 49ers. I'm telling you, Mafia Talk Megapod. We out here. We talking.
You didn't tell me we was doing a 2-hour show.
Yeah, I told you said 8 o'clock, so I kind of just had two guys to do 7 to 8, and I was gonna do with you from 8 to whenever. But you let me know, cuz you let me know. I know you gotta get that night in.
Nah, I gotta eat dinner and take my meds and all that shit.
All good. Kenny dead right now. We good.
It was good to see him though, man. Damn.
Absolutely. That's all we needed. All we need is a little hype of energy to keep us going. I'm ready.
Yeah, no, I think this game is going to be. I mean, we're 7-0 coming out of the bye week under.
Hold on, who killed Kenny?
Yeah.
Well, man, Ken Dog, he bring the energy to the show.
Yeah, that was a South Park
too much
reference.
energy where his phone died.
That was a South Park references for the.
Oh my God! You killed Kenny, you bastards!
Yeah.
I swear to God, man, Kenny be dead sometimes.
Take care of you too, Sandra.
Nothing but love, my man, my girl, whatever you are. Nothing but love, either way. So yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah, you never know nowadays. You never know.
And you never know.
It's 2024.
It, he, she, them, they, all that. We love y'all.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, man. We ain't trying to get canceled.
Before I get canceled, Yo, what's up with these Niners? How we feel about these Niners? Are we worried?
Suck.
Are we worried?
So the one thing that worries me about the Niners is that to me they are a bad matchup for us, right? Fred Warner in the middle, beast, right? They got good defensive ends. You know, Bosa's a monster. Then in the secondary at safety, Ufanga's out there. Charvarius Ward, solid cornerback. Like they got good players on that defense, right? So we've played good defenses and we've beaten good defenses.
We hung 30 something, almost 40 on them last time we played them.
Yeah, but on offense, you know, like they're Ricky Pearsall's coming on now, but they're getting stopped by lesser teams than us. So I'm not that concerned. I don't think we're gonna beat them like 38-13, like Justice said. I'd say like 31 to 17. You know,
that's what I was thinking. 31-17.
You know, maybe they get to 21 or 24, but I think garbage time would help them in that. Like we're like, got to put up the gas and be like, all right, there's 2 minutes left. We're up 31-17. And they get like a touchdown, whatever. No one cares at that point because the game was over 7 points ago. But I'm not concerned. I just know that as a matchup, they may be a little trouble for us. A little bit,
I understand where you're coming from, but I kind of disagree. I kind of feel like Kyle Shanahan's offense kind of plays into our strengths.
It does.
We keep everything in front of us, and that's their offense anyways.
Well,
so
it's the same one that McDaniel runs in Miami. So
yeah. So I think defensively we match up pretty well with them. Our 2 corners are going to are better than whoever they're trotting out at receiver right now. Right. Defensively, I agree with you with Bosa and Warner, but man, I just know the way we're playing ball right now.
I mean, Ben said Warner playing with a broken ankle, so
is he?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's respect Warner. Holy shit!
Hell yeah, that's got to be tough.
Yo,
I'm telling you, and it's been done before. And like I said earlier in the show, where Cole Beasley and Stephon Diggs were playing with broken legs,
broken
so,
yeah, that's crazy.
It's not out of the realm of possibilities. And when you think about a Fred Warner, goddamn right, he's a fucking dog. One of the best, if not the best, middle linebacker in the league for multiple years. So
he's the best. Last year was a fluke year, PFF wise. Tyrell Dodson was rated above him, but we ignore that.
Right. Yeah. You can't put Tyrell Dodson up to a Fred Warner. You cannot. I don't care what his stats look like.
PFF
you cannot weigh that. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, coming to this game, I am completely not worried. I really believe, with the injuries they're having, and I don't necessarily believe in the Brock Purdy, especially an injured Brock Purdy. I'm not going to say we're going to wipe them, we're going to blow them out, but it's going to be a convincing win. I got us. I don't think it's going to be that high score. I say 28-13, 28-17 based on garbage time. But I don't think we're gonna. It's gonna be a convincing win. It's not gonna be a blowout. I just got us as a convincing win.
That's fair.
I like 31-17.
Yeah, 31-17.
I like that actually. That sounds like a good number.
Got you. Josh Allen stat line. What y'all got? Hot and spices.
I'll give you a hot and spicy on defense right now.
What's up?
I'm saying Greg Rousseau gets us 3 sacks.
Oh, I like it. Let's go, 3 of them. Woo.
It don't matter if it's Purdy or if it's bootleg Allen out there. It don't even matter. And then
you don't deserve that name.
Listen, and then I'm gonna tell you this: Matt Milano, if he plays, gets his first interception of the season.
I believe that. That's not even a hot spicy.
He plays,
it's automatic. It's automatic. Either a forced fumble recovery or an interception. I believe Matt Milano would get it if he plays.
And on offense, I'll give you one. Dawson Knox goes for 100 yards.
Oh, wait.
There's a hot spicy.
Who know that Little Wayne meme? He's like, oh.
Yeah, I'm a dog.
I like that one. Okay, Cuz came with the heat. He came with the Izzy. What you got for hot spicy? The offense,
Ooh,
defense.
hot and spicy. Hot and spicy. I got Rasul Douglas getting the pick 6 in this game.
Ooh, I like
that's nice. That's nice. I
Douglas
like that. He's due for it. He's due for it.
He is due.
I got Terrell Bernard forcing 2 fumbles.
Nice.
2 of them.
2 of them. And I got Shakir going over 100.
Okay.
Shakir in the slot. Their nickelback, he ain't that good. Their outside corners, Travarius Ward and Lenoir, those guys are the guys you got to worry about. So I'm not on the Amari Cooper train there because of the outside corners. If you get him in the slot, we're talking a different story here. But I don't know if I take Shakir out the slot to put Amari Cooper there where it's not a strong suit. I got Shakir eating the middle all day.
Or maybe you put Mac Hollins out on the outside, and then you can have in a 4 or 5 wide set, you can have Cooper and Shakir in the slot on each side, one on each side.
Here's another thing. Maybe it's a run play and you audible to a pass because of the look they're giving you. Oh, they're in cover 0. Cool. Boom. Cooper downfield.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's possible. I just don't see it within the schematics of how we both play.
I really hope we get Keon back this weekend because I was starting to love watching this kid play. Like you could just see him get better week by week. So
next year you'll be crazy.
Get it back. Yeah, next year. There's a good question I wanted to ask while Justice was on too. Izzy, do you think we re-sign Amari Cooper?
Depends on the money. And I think that he may be willing to come back because of his
what he said.
That he made.
Yeah, that's why
it's been a long time since I felt joy
winning a football game. Yeah.
So these guys here are close together. He's not much of a talker. And so my wife, when she saw him talking, she's like, he doesn't look happy. And I was like, he's just not a talker. Like, you remember James Cook when he was drafted?
See what we need to James Cook.
Yeah.
James Cook came out of college miserable. Never had a smile.
Now he's singing Mr. Brightside in the fourth quarter.
Ear to ear every game.
I'm telling you, like, you just don't know until you get somewhere how you're going to vibe with the people there. And now that we know that he's a bit of an introvert in Amari Cooper and that he's vibing with the guys and like, hey, like they're so welcoming and they want you to come over to their houses to eat. He's like, it's not something I've been accustomed to in the NFL. Like I was in Dallas. They were going to the clubs. I'm in Buffalo now. Like they have us. That's what we got. We got us.
It's karaoke night.
That's what Shady said. Shady said that recently too. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Johnny Manziel. He was on a thing with Johnny Manziel and he asked him who was the crazier fan base, Philly or Buffalo. And he said, man, Buffalo by far, but in a good way because man, they out there when we come home at 3-4 in the morning in the freezing cold. Yeah. They out there jumping through. He goes, and a lot of people think, you hear Buffalo, you don't want to go there. He was like, when I first got traded, I didn't want to go there. And then I got here and I was like, yo, this place is fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, you look at it. There's 2 things you can't buy in this world, right? You can buy just about anything. You buy cars, you can buy trips, you can buy, boats, you can buy everything except time and love.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get to Buffalo, you feel the love. What's up, Gato? How you doing?
I was just about to say that too. Kitty in the background.
You feel the love, Something else might click in you because he's been paid. He's 30 years old. He got a big contract from the Cowboys. He got a nice contract from the Raiders back in the day. And he's made from
Cleveland.
Yeah, and Cleveland. His money may not be a thing to him anymore.
He wants the success.
It might be that now.
Yeah, the rings and the love that he gets from the community, that's probably where he's at. He's 30. He's not a kid anymore. He's an adult.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's going to be very interesting because I think Cooper is the type of player that would take that discount just to be happy and go, and especially if we make our run like I think we're going to make this year. So he might just be like, you know what? I'm going to end my career here with a chance to win a Super Bowl every year.
Yeah, we got a franchise quarterback. I don't have to hope that they'll keep Baker and not trade for Deshaun. What a fucking mess that is.
God. Oh.
How miserable is Cleveland right now, seeing Baker make the playoffs probably 2 years in a row now, and y'all can't even sniff third place in your division.
He's playing ball too.
Yeah,
it is a tough division. We can't get that wrong. It is a tough division. You got Steelers, and then you got the Ravens, and then
And I
It's
hate
kind of tough to
giving.
get up there, but you've been had it. Even when Baker Mayfield was there and you had a prime Amari Cooper, y'all could have made it then. Y'all could have been number one. But it's just what
They did make the
coaching.
playoffs.
I
They
don't
beat
know.
Pittsburgh in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Like, what are you doing?
And I hate giving Baker Mayfield any credit because I can't stand that guy.
I mean he's
And
looking great in Tampa.
that comes in from college though. That comes in from college.
Who's your
So,
college team?
I'm Ohio State fan.
Okay.
That motherfucker came and planted the OU flag at my stadium, and ever since that day, I can't.
My boy is a Texas fan, and he hates Oklahoma because they're Oklahoma.
I got one thing to say about Baker. Screw that guy. But you
Hell
gotta
yeah.
respect him.
Yeah, you gotta respect his game, but I hate him. Yeah.
Shout out to my guy.
When Baker showed up and he saw the kicker, and the kicker played it, I think it was Texas Tech or something like that. He was like, I still don't like you.
Yeah. Listen, that year, that draft class, oh my God, I was praying that Baker didn't. I don't know if I could have been. I don't think I could have rooted for him if he was in a Bills jersey. That's how bad I don't like him.
Damn, that bad.
Yeah.
To challenge your Bills fandom is a lot because Bills fans we don't.
I mean, we already talked about Bill Belichick coming to Buffalo, and that's a challenge right there.
Yeah, I don't know the way.
And I feel like Bills Mafia will welcome him in open arms.
The way McDermott's coaching, I don't know about that anymore.
The last question I asked WGR was the Matt Milano snap count. Matt Milano snap count, Ray Davis and James Cook, and how he's going to look the next year. And it was McDermott, because I feel like McDermott kind of won over Bills Mafia this year. Because I know coming into this year, we was rioting. We wanted him out.
I wanted his
I know
head.
I was.
I don't get it.
I said in the beginning of the year, whether if he won us the Super Bowl or missed the playoffs, I want McDermott out of Buffalo.
I don't get it.
What?
I'm gonna tell you why.
I feel like he won.
I think I know why, but go ahead and tell me why.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The NFL is a what have you done for me lately league. Not at some point we can't just let him keep. Oh well, he changed the culture. Yes, he did. Thank you very much. But right now, while we have 17, you can't keep making coaching decisions that cost us in playoff games.
And that's the only reason why we lost in the playoffs.
We would have a Super Bowl ring if 13 seconds didn't happen.
He's not the only reason why we lost in the playoffs. So, to be fair, when we lost the 13-second game, who were our corners? Dane Jackson and Levi Wallace.
But they put us in that position. Oh,
come on.
Davis White got injured that year. Davis White got injured that year.
Come on.
Right, so we had a starter. We had a starter. He got hurt. Dane Jackson is the starter.
Who Levi wants to play press man against Tyreek Hill with his hips facing outside? He didn't do it.
You have to press Tyreek Hill. He sucks against press. You have to do it. That's his one thing that he's
not with Levi Wallace.
Okay, I didn't mean to open up the Kansas City Pandora box.
You gonna put Taron Johnson on the outside to do it? No, you have to trust who you got.
Okay, well, how do you play? Oh man, how do you play that last two defensive plays in that during that?
Now that I will say it was on him.
Okay, so that's one of the biggest.
Game, that's the last bit.
But that's one of the biggest blunders in NFL history.
Okay, who says that? Who says that Mahomes isn't covered for some other way? With the personnel we had. Who's to say Tyreek Hill doesn't burn
if they play the right defense, he doesn't.
Easy for him. And when they want to compare Mahomes and Josh Allen outperformed Mahomes astronomically.
They went back and forth on that one.
To be fair, in the playoff game, they put up identical numbers.
Yeah.
They put up identical numbers in that game.
And they get the yards.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had the personnel for that though. We had Diggs. He had 9 yards in that game. Where was he?
They triple covered him. They triple covered him.
They did, but they let Gabe.
And that's why Gabe had 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, Gabe Davis.
Josh was like, they're taking away Diggs.
It's somebody better than Randy Moss.
All right, we're getting
somebody better than Jerry Rice.
I get that, but I'm saying it's not all. You can't put it all on one person. Like if Josh Allen threw 4 interceptions, be like, that's Josh's. Josh did that, right? I would be like, hold up, like what plays were called for Josh? Like you got to put some of that on the offensive coordinator too.
Yeah,
the execution in that game on the defense was garbage.
Here's my thing on that. Every scapegoat that you could use in that is gone.
Yeah,
they're
but
gone.
Now look what they're doing with these coaches.
My thing is listen, you can do the Kansas City 13 seconds.
Yep.
I'll blame that on McDermott.
Okay.
You can do the game plan they had against Cincinnati the very next year. I'm not going to completely blame that on McDermott.
Nah, they wasn't ready. They wasn't ready to play.
And it's on, as the head coach, it's on him to have his guys ready.
I don't think that's what it was. So here's what I think. In 2022, here's what I think it was, right? You had the shooting in Buffalo, right? Before the season started. You had the shooting in Buffalo. Dawson Knox's little brother dies week 2. DeMar Hamlin dies on the field, is resuscitated. Micah Hyde suffers that neck injury, done for the year. The Bills had so much trauma put on them that season. There was like 6 or 7 things that happened in the season to break the Buffalo Bills' hearts, and they still with a 2 seed. By that time, emotionally, they're checked out. It's over for them. Like, while you can say it's on the coach to try and get him there, if he can't get him there, like, it's like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I got us.
Okay, you're talking about player performance, and I feel like the reason why we lost wasn't based off player performance.
No. I think it was because I don't think that they were emotionally in that game at that point.
They weren't in that game.
In Cincinnati, nobody wanted to play that game.
Who just killed DeMar Hamlin on the field, and they had to like the trauma is still there. You just dealt with it like 5 weeks before that, and now you're seeing these guys again. And then, of course, you had the shootout. 50 people died. That's one of those things. Luke Knox died. Dawson Knox's brother. Like, there's so much stuff happened. The body count is like 58 people that died alone for the Buffalo Bills to be that heartbroken in the playoffs. I don't think they were mentally there.
Yeah, we're not talking about getting ready.
He was like, I don't know. I tried. I was in the guys' ears, and I couldn't get through to any of them. They just didn't look like they were ready to play. The only guy who looked ready to play was Matt Milano.
Listen, hold on. Let me go back to that comment Daniel said. We're not talking about getting rid of the head coach right now. We're talking about previous years.
Before season.
Yeah, before the season.
So my question
I'm giving McDermott complete credit right now. He's coaching his ass off right now this year.
We are 9-2 for the first time since 1992.
Talk to him, Izzy. Talk to him.
We haven't been 9-2 since 1992.
And then
the
we
Buffalo
went to the
Bills are on, and the roster is supposed to be depleted, and we're supposed to be 3rd place in the division.
McDermott should be coach of the year right now.
The Jets and the Dolphins are supposed to be 1st and 2nd place, and we're supposed to be out the playoffs. Meanwhile, we're in the 2nd seed, looking to get the 1st seed, and we beat the 1st seed already. So you got to give McDermott his credit this year, but we're looking at the past and his mistakes, and he's made some. And I can't say
my question,
but he's made mistakes for sure.
My question really is if we happen to lose in the divisional or a championship round, what does that look to McDermott? Does he get another pass because of what he did this year in the regular season?
I don't think he's fired regardless.
Suffer the same.
Listen, at some point, hold on, Kenny, I got you. Let me just get this last point so I don't forget. I feel you, Izzy, but like at some point, right? Andy Reid got fired in Philadelphia because he couldn't get him over the hump.
How many years?
They went to 5 NFC championship games.
How many years?
I got you, Izzy. I got you, big dog.
Mark, and we're going to switch to sports. The Golden State dynasty was built by Mark Jackson.
Yes.
That wasn't built by Steve Kerr, but Mark Jackson couldn't get him over the hump, and Steve Kerr had to come in and get him over the hump.
That's not true.
So who are you?
How is it not true?
Okay. Kenny, take it over.
So okay. I'm gonna go back to the main topic, right?
Now, if I move, I can hear you still. You're on my surround sound.
I'm about to say, yeah, y'all can hear me, correct?
Yeah, we good.
All right, so now with that being said, right, I agree with Izzy on this, right? The reason why I agree with him, for example, right, Sean McDermott, right? So I feel like us as Bills fans, we've been so spoiled for so long that if something don't go right, fire him, right? So now with that being said, right, tell me what other coach out there is beating the Kansas City Chiefs right now? Or tell me a
bunch of teams because the Kansas City was bad.
4 times, the Bills are the only ones.
Or tell me what coach that we can replace him that's in the league right now that's not playing him as close as we are with Sean McDermott. So even because every coach in the league is having the same struggle against this team as we are. And with that being said, Sean McDermott is the closest coach out of all coaches in the league, including a stacked up 49ers team from last year that was the closest to beating this team. And also, too, if you want to know a fun fact, is Sean McDermott is the only coach. The Buffalo Bills is the only team to beat Kansas City Chiefs and Andy Reid 4 times.
None of them while
no
it matters.
other coach could say that.
None of them when it matters.
But guess what? Guess what? It don't have to matter.
Right.
But guess what?
It does.
We the only
though.
team. We the only team that do it.
But how long
So-
does that? But how long does at this point it doesn't matter? We have to beat them when it. We have to beat them when it matters. I don't care how many times it beats them in a regular season.
Who has beat them while it matters? 2 quarterbacks, 3 coaches. Bill Belichick, Zach Taylor, Bruce Arians. That's it. Quarterbacks: Joe Burrow, Tom Brady. That's it. Only 2 quarterbacks and 3 head coaches have been able to beat them when it matters in the postseason. Who are you getting that's going to outdo Sean McDermott? You going to go get Bill Belichick? Well, that's a hard pill to swallow.
Nah,
he hasn't done anything without Brady. I don't know if he can do it with this team because this team is galvanized in a different way than the Patriots were.
You see what he did with
Patriots.
Okay. You see what he did with the average physical quarterback. Could you imagine what he could do with Super Josh?
But okay,
it's not just his coaching; it's also his personality and meshing with the players and how the culture is in the building.
He does not fit
what
the
about
culture.
What about my guy in Detroit?
So okay, I have a question for you, Big Cuz, right? So if say we lose to them, right, in the playoffs, from your honest opinion, who do you think that we could grab that's gonna make us a better team or that could get us over a hump as a coaching aspect?
That's the only one available unless you want to grab.
I'm going with Ben Johnson. I'm going with Ben Johnson in Detroit. Yes.
But what have Ben Johnson proved yet? He went to the AFC Championship one time. What have he proved?
Do you see the Detroit Lions?
But guess what? Who have the Detroit Lions beat? Besides the Minnesota, they beat Minnesota one time and they beat the Green Bay Packers. They haven't beat nobody.
I don't want to make this argument because it's an argument against us. But who have we beat outside of Kansas City? You can make that same argument.
But there's a difference, bro. There's a distinct.
They're whooping everybody ass 52.
But guess what? When it comes to on paper, who have a better roster, the Bills or the Detroit Lions?
Maybe the Detroit Lions.
Definitely
the Detroit Lions got a better. They have a better roster than us.
Who's got the better quarterback?
Obviously,
but
that means a lot. That means a lot.
One dude. That's a lot to put on Josh. That's unfair to Josh to really put that over his head every time.
Yeah, because he got so many weapons where Jared Goff could throw fucking 5 interceptions and still
Brown. You guys, I just want y'all to know that I'm not questioning McDermott this year, but at some point, man, you keep losing every year. You got to do something. Even the Colts fired Tony Dungy. He couldn't beat Brady.
I thought he retired.
No, Tony Dungy left, and then he didn't. He go to no. I got it backwards. He went from Tampa then to Indianapolis.
Tampa fired him.
You're right. I went it backwards. I had it backwards. You're right.
You see Mafia Sports Report, right? You see his message, right? He was like, "We won the AFC East 4 or 5 times in a row, right? That's not the ultimate goal, right?
It's not.
So
not anymore. Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore, right? So now, with that being said, back to what I said earlier. Who can we get that's gonna get us over the hump? We got all these
gonna be available.
We just need something different to grow with.
No, we don't.
No,
we don't. Because guess what?
Because there's really nobody. There's really nobody that we can grab. If we fire McDermott right now or after the season, there's nobody better we can grab. Last year, I thought we could grab Jim Harbaugh or Joe, whichever one, the Chargers coach. Jim Harbaugh. I know we can grab him and actually be better.
And guess what? And this is my point that I made earlier, right? Oh, not earlier, but prior to this, right? Prior to this conversation, this is the point. Sean McDermott is a good enough coach to get us over the hump. But guess what? We need to put accountability on these players. Because guess what? Sean McDermott is not on that field. The players also have to take accountability. We have the tools, we have the weapons, we have the scheme. The players is all the reason why we're not winning these games. It's not all on Sean McDermott. We need to stop pointing the fingers and point the fingers on the motherfuckers on the field.
Who you pointing the fingers? Who?
Tyler Bass missed the field goal. Deion Dawkins got blocked into Josh. And when he was going to throw a touchdown pass to Khalil Shakir.
And Chris Jones got
Houston.
I mean,
it's
not Chris Jones. Is that not Chris Jones?
No, it wasn't Chris Jones. Deion Dawkins plays tackle. Chris Jones was on the inside.
They line Chris Jones up everywhere on that.
They do, but even still, that's Deion Dawkins. He's a premier left tackle in the NFL. Your job is to keep your quarterback clean. If you got a
He got his
one-on-one,
ass
you're supposed
pushed
to
back.
handle fucking business.
Yeah.
Or how about if Josh just throws the underneath route to a wide open Stephon Diggs instead of trying to go
Josh?
and stop
Okay,
trying to go.
okay. Shout out to my man Tony Supreme. That's it. Point blank and period. Fuck the decisions on the field. Fuck
So
the
you mean to
decisions
tell me
on the
just
play.
because? So
At
you
the
mean
end of the day, it comes down to health. We go into these playoffs
bullshit.
not true.
depleted.
That's not true either.
Depleted.
We went into last year's playoffs depleted. That's the only playoffs we went into.
That's not true.
Depleted.
13
What other
second
playoffs?
13-second
It's
game.
not.
We was missing
13
Tre'Davious
second
White.
game.
We was missing Tre'Davious White. Number one corner. He was
Who
out.
else?
I think Micah
Micah
Hyde
Hyde.
or Jordan Poyer was out that game.
Micah Hyde.
I don't think Micah Hyde was out for that
Micah
game.
Hyde was out when
he was
we
out.
had fucking DeMar Hamlin playing the whole season. We had Micah Hyde out, and
then
especially
Hamlin
for
went
that
down.
rate the Vikings
I'll be
game
right back, y'all.
where Justin Jefferson had that catch of the year.
Cam
Dude,
Lewis.
That's a
we
different
would have
year.
won that fucking
That's a
game
different year.
if fucking Micah Hyde played.
That's a different year. That Vikings game was the year after.
Yeah, that was the
But still,
Hamlin.
if Micah Hyde played that year,
You gonna
it
make
could
me
have been
pull this up.
different. But he was injured week 2. Micah Hyde was injured week 2. If we had Micah Hyde that whole season, it could have been a different year.
What year was that? 2022?
Yeah,
13
2022.
seconds?
No, 13
I
seconds.
believe
2021.
2021, right?
Okay.
2021 was 13 seconds. We were missing. I believe we were missing Micah Hyde or Poyer. I don't remember which one.
Nope.
We were missing Tre'Davious White. So you had
Hyde or if not both. Because I
Yeah,
know
Pringle.
Micah Hyde was hurt for the whole season at week 2 against the Titans.
that was the next year. But the 13-second game, you had two corners who ran 4.6 40s, and all three of their top receivers were 4.3, 4.2 guys. Byron Pringle, Tyreek Hill, and Miko Hardman. All of their guys were sub 4.3 speed guys. And our two top corners and Taron Johnson, all 4.5 and above.
Right. Can't keep up.
We didn't have the speed to cope with that. Like we just didn't have the utility for it.
And then
That's
not
why
only that for Tony Supreme, right? Health is why we lost last season, right? So now with that being said, tell me what team ever came into the playoff fully healthy.
So
tell me
Okay, what team going
healthy?
to the playoffs as hurt as hell?
Well, you're just kind of like contradicting your own argument by
we
asking.
called
that.
AJ Klein up from his vacation on the RV to come drive back.
That
Like,
was last year.
It's next man up, right?
It is next man up.
No, but hold on.
Like,
Time out. Hold on. How you gonna say? Well, we can't put it on McDermott because we was injured, and then ask, well, how many teams? And then how many teams?
That was the comments. He didn't say that.
Yeah, I didn't say
but I
that.
did.
Oh, my bad, Kenny. My bad.
But I did.
Oh, no, you
But
good, big dog.
at some point, next man up is too much, right? Like when you have Matt Milano go down, and then you have Terrell Bernard go down, and then you have Bale Inspector go down, and now you got an injured Tyrell Dodson and then AJ Klein coming off the RV. Like
I haven't played all year.
And then you have Travis Kelce against AJ Klein. Like you that's a loss. Like,
you got somebody coming off the fucking RV who haven't played all year to check the best tight end in the league.
Like that, eventually something's
You
got
could
to
have done better than that.
We had 3 linebackers active that game, and Dorian Williams was one of them, and he wasn't ready. In coverage, he was he still is a liability, but he was absolutely a liability. You can't put him in there against the Chiefs.
So basically, y'all, I mean, let me ask this. Let me just put it this. So basically, you guys are okay with the status quo if McDermott can't get it done.
No, but you got to look at the entire thing with context. It's like this. It's not just McDermott. There's so much more that happens.
But who gets the blame though?
You have to.
Somebody has to. You're not going to get rid of the entire team.
He's going to take the most of the blame, obviously, because that's where we're putting it. We're putting it on McDermott because he's the head coach. It all goes through him. But still,
that's my point.
What would you
That's
rather?
my point,
a fucked up meal or a meal you want to somebody spit in? Like, is really too fucked up. Like, what? How fucked up do you want to get? Like, do you want somebody spit in your meal, or do you want somebody who dropped it on the floor?
My thing is,
that's how I feel right now.
A lot of these teams,
or we're not gonna get better either way. Do we still keep dealing with the same shit, or do we just take a shot and take a chance at something new? It's really come down to that.
So can I say
hold on, Kenny, before you, because what you got to say?
Oh no, go ahead, Kenny. Go ahead.
So now with that being said, right? For example, do Josh Allen have a number 1 receiver this year for the majority of the year? Yes or no?
No.
Amari Cooper.
Right.
somebody.
So even after we got Amari Cooper, has he really been a factor in all our games? Yes or no?
No, he has like 5
Yes.
catches, I think.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
like
Well,
5 catches,
he's
right?
a factor, but he's only got like 5 catches. He's not like a big.
Right.
Statistically, he's not a factor, but he's a factor.
So
Yeah.
technically,
I say he makes a difference. He's not number one receiver.
Exactly. So now this is gonna go right
he's
to
a
my
number
point,
one.
right? So this is why I go to my point with Sean McDermott, also Joe Brady, and with our staff, right? So now with that being said, that with our team and our coaching staff, they are doing really well. We are 9-2. First time since 1992.
I'm not arguing that though. I'm not arguing that.
No. But you are arguing that if we don't get it done, get rid of this.
How many more years? Okay, how many more years you want to keep hoping?
But guess what?
McDermott gets us over the top.
So guess what? Peyton Manning, right? How many times did Peyton? Hold on. How many times did Peyton Manning had to lose to Tom Brady before he beat him in the playoffs and won a Super Bowl? We knocking on the door.
Your Bills to be the Niners. Do you want your Bills to be the?
I'm agreeing with you, Kenny.
If we keep knocking on the door, we eventually gonna break it down.
We're gonna be the Niners.
Listen, I'm not trying to put that to chance. That's my thing. You have a generational quarterback. You cannot keep wasting his years hoping that your head coach can get it together.
Okay, so
how many times have he not coached?
To counter that, you're putting it even more to chance with a new coach because you don't know what they are.
Bottom line.
You're going. It's 50-50 when we play the Chiefs because we're 4-4 against them, right? It's 50-50. Or we can throw this coin out there and maybe get a double-headed coin and lose calling tails every time.
See, this is where I think differently. Yes, we're 4-4 against the Chiefs, but I don't care. We're 0-3 against them in the playoffs when it matters.
Yeah, I feel like the playoff
I don't
game
care
is the
about
same
regular
exact-
season wins.
Okay,
Not anymore.
Okay, hear me out.
Like
we're getting closer every time.
How much difference
Closest
is
only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, bro.
But closer counts
of a difference?
every time. Zero in that
How much of a difference gameplay is the regular season compared to the postseason? Gameplay, not stakes, not nothing. Gameplay wise, how much of a difference is it? It's really a coin flip. Either it goes this way or that way. Compared to regular season and playoffs between the Bills and Chiefs.
Now this year,
it's not much of a difference. Okay, hold on, because it's not like we blow them out in the regular season and they blow us out in the postseason. It's literally neck and neck every time we play. And for some reason, in the regular season, we take it away. In the postseason, they take it away. But for some reason, in the regular season, the Chiefs doesn't blow the game. We win it all out. We do we not? In the regular season, we just beat them because we are the better team. In the postseason, we lose
because they have the better coach.
Hold on. We don't lose in the postseason, not necessarily because we're the worst team or a lesser team. It's only because of the coach. I mean, yes, it's coaching. We lose in the playoffs because of coaching.
That's part of it. We lose to them because of coaching and injury. So if you look at the Chiefs in the playoffs,
it's the same thing either or to me.
They're mostly healthy. We're not. If you go ahead and look at the Chiefs when we played them 13 seconds. They were 90% healthy. We were not. If you look at them last year, we were down to our last 3.
So longevity is why we lose.
Yeah, we're going all out in the regular season. Our guys are getting hurt, and then by the time we get to the playoffs, we're so depleted. We beat the Ravens. Okay, yeah, you beat the Ravens. Okay, you beat the freaking Chargers. Okay, yeah, you beat the freaking Colts. Okay,
Colts,
you beat the Dolphins. Okay, you beat the Steelers. Okay, but then when you see the big boys, you're too injured to really compete with the big boys. While they're healthy, and we're not. They have the same want that we do. They're just as hungry as we are, but we don't have the dogs to win the food, and so. But when you got that, you have to take risks. When you're injured to that point, you have to take risks. You have to, because if you don't risk it, you don't get no biscuit. You got to eat somehow, some way. Now, does that mean that Sean McDermott is not getting any guilt? No, of course you are, because you and Bean have to find other guys in AJ Klein that are available to play. The thing is, the defense is very complicated. It's also kind of Sean McDermott's fault. The defense is very complicated. It took Taron Johnson 3 years to figure it out, and now he's an elite nickel. But it takes some time. So I think that you bring in guys like you did this year, Deion Jones, right? You brought him in. If someone gets hurt, you can bring him back. He knows the defense. They invested in the position even outside of the roster itself. So now they're learning from their mistakes. Also, they went with really older coaches. Look at what Brian Dable's doing in New York. They are trash. They had one good year and they're garbage. Joe Shane over there, trash. They're playing like garbage. They're both about to get fired.
Yeah, that's not Dable's fault.
He's stuck with him.
That whole roster is garbage.
But who did that? Joe Shane.
That's Joe Shane's fault. And a lot of those guys were there before they got there, though. Daniel Jones was there.
They went there together, and they had a blueprint that Sean McDermott and Brandon Beane pulled together in Buffalo. We sucked for 1 year, and we got this goddamn thing, and we build anew. But they didn't. They decided to stay with what was there.
And that was Joe Shane. We watched it unfold on HBO.
It was also Brian Dable. They went together. They both came from Buffalo together.
Brian Dable ain't want Daniel Jones as his quarterback. Come on now.
If he didn't, then he wouldn't have been resigned.
Contractually, they had no choice.
Yes, they did.
No, they could have drafted. They drafted Malik. They drafted Malik Neighbors. They could have got Jaden McDaniel. They could have got Jaden.
They could have traded up, got Drake May, Jalen Daniels. They could have took Bo Nix.
Bro.
They could have had Bo Nix.
Yeah.
They had choices, and they made their bed. They have to lie in it now.
Come on, guys.
You get rid of Leslie Frazier. He's over there in Seattle. His defense is okay.
Yo, hold on. You said they had no choice, right? Did Miami Dolphins have a choice to pay Tua, or they had a choice to draft another quarterback?
They fucking blew
and
that.
they chose to pay Tua.
Just like the Giants.
Brian Dable didn't choose to pay Daniel Jones.
I guarantee you he had a say.
He had a say so. He's the head coach. He had a say so.
Okay, so then you take on that dead. They didn't want to take on that dead cat.
I'm gonna take that. You think I'm gonna pay? You think I'm gonna pay a quarterback? You think I'm gonna pay a quarterback?
I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing that.
And so if Joe Shane signed,
it wasn't Joe Shane that re-signed him, is what I'm telling you.
He's the GM.
It wasn't. He signed before they got there.
No, he did not. Yes, he did not. They re-signed him. I can show you. I can show you the contract.
Okay. Anyways, that don't matter.
I'm telling you.
They've been there for 3 years. They re-signed him after his first year with Brian Dable. He got his contract 1 year after Dable was head coach because they went 9-7, made the playoffs, and beat the Vikings in the playoffs. And in that offseason, they re-signed Daniel Jones to a 4-year, $160 million deal, $40 million a year, with an out after 2 years. And now they're getting out of it 2 years later. They kept him way too long. They could have got rid of him this offseason. They had an out in this deal this year, and they didn't exercise it. And now they're going to get fired because of their decisions.
Listen, the Giants are terrible, and they were terrible before Brian Dable and them got there.
So were the Bills before Sean McDermott and Brandon Beane.
So 7 years ago, 8 years ago, we still living off of those accomplishments.
Good results, though. We got winning records to show it.
I agree.
One. They got their Tyrod year.
We're at that point now where winning records and division titles don't matter anymore.
That's not my argument. My point is we had our Tyrod year with Tyrod. They had with Daniel Jones, and they chose to keep Tyrod around instead of getting rid of him and drafting Josh Allen.
So I'm about to say, can I respond to one of the comments real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So with Joey's like, yo, Joey Hatch, you my dog. I'm on your case, bro. Right? He was like, oh, Andy Reid is a way better coach than Sean McDermott, right? So let me disagree with you on that, right? The reason why I disagree, because yes, Sean McDermott, he was under Andy Reid when he was in the Eagles.
I don't know if he's a way better coach.
And Carolina, right? So now with that being said, right? If you actually watch the game in Kansas City, we actually destroyed them in many statistics, even though the game was close.
You talking about this year?
This year, yeah. That game was not close at all. We literally destroyed them boys. For example, right? DeAndre Hopkins and what's they tight end name again? Kelsey. They had a total of 5 receptions together for 32 yards. And do you know Do you know the difference is? And a lot of people don't realize this, right? The fact that Sean McDermott was under Andy Reid, he know his tendencies. He know where he's gonna play on certain downs in certain situations. That's why this year it was different, because guess what? Sean McDermott not calling defensive plays. That's why we was able to shut them down, because guess what? Andy Reid wasn't expecting what Babbage was going to do to this team or how he was going to play against them.
Kenny, I just want to preface what you're saying, because I agree with you. I did say earlier before you came on that I thought for the first time in the Bills Kansas City our matchup with them, I thought
Yes,
for the
sir.
first time last 2 Sundays ago, Sean McDermott and his coaching staff outcoached Andy Reid and his coaching staff. I
Agreed.
firmly believe that.
So I
Wait.
agree with you there, but here, the thing that Joey Hatch, my dog, because he's always in my show too, he said way better coach than Sean McDermott.
I don't think he's a
I'll
way
say he's a better coach, but he
Yeah.
says you can't argue the fact that Andy Reid's better. No, I can't argue that fact because Andy Reid's got
Me either. I agree.
3 Super
I
Bowls,
agree.
but
better.
way better. We're stretching out here. We're stretching that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
100%.
The fact is, Andy Reid is a better coach. He's got the legacy to prove it, right?
He's got the
He's
better
been to-
offensive mind.
He's been to 10 championship games, 10 conference
Crazy.
championships, 4 with
That's
the Eagles,
crazy.
6 with the Chiefs. He's won 3 Super Bowls out of
Didn't he
5,
go 5
6
with the
and
Eagles?
I think it's 5. It's 5 because he had 2
5
with
with
the Eagles. No,
He went to 4 in a
No.
row with the Eagles. I know that, and then he went to 1 Super Bowl and lost
with
to
the Eagles.
the
And
Patriots.
4 with the
right?
Kansas. Yeah.
And then 6.
Yep.
He's been to 6 AFC Championship games now with the Chiefs in a row. So that's 4 in a row, then 6 in a row. That's crazy, right? So the legacy of Andy Reid is there, and Sean McDermott's got a long way to go if he's going to catch up to that. Let's just
Definitely.
cut dry. It is what it is, right? But way better on the field at the time, I don't know.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, I wouldn't say way better, but
he's better. He's better.
He's better, yeah. But
I'm
I
not
wouldn't
gonna say he's
say.
not. That's stupid. I'm not stupid, but
My thing is, guys, honestly,
Okay, real quick, guys. If we're talking about Hall of Fame coaches, you're going to talk about Andy Reid. He is a Hall of Fame coach.
yes,
Sean McDermott, he is not.
Not
So
yet.
way
Not
better
yet.
is not that far.
if he wins a ring, he will be.
You really,
definitely.
you really
With the Bills?
believe if
Yes. If he wins one,
that
if he
turns-
wins one here in Buffalo, he's going in the Hall of Fame.
like if he
Easily.
wins this year, if he wins the Super Bowl this year, let's say he wins it this year,
I agree.
5 AFC East championships in a row,
Mm-hmm.
one or it'll be 2 AFC title games, 1 Super Bowl, and a victory. That's a Hall of Fame coach there.
Yep.
And you got to throw in too, because I know I argue you can't keep saying it, but for that argument, you got to say, and he changed the culture from on a team that was a perennial loser. Nobody wanted to come here during the drought. Nobody.
Here's
Agree.
nothing. Here's nothing. If Sean McDermott does that, he becomes a Hall of Fame coach. That is another credential for Andy Reid building up a coach who then became a Super Bowl champion, Hall of Fame coach.
Yes. Yes.
So that actually builds up Andy Reid's legacy going forward.
So I have a question for all 3 of you, right? I don't care who go first. I'm gonna try to decide that, but I have a real honest question, a good question for y'all. Do y'all think it's possible this year? And if y'all say yes or no, please explain why.
Say it one more
Do y'all
time.
think? Do y'all okay? So for all 3 of you, right? Do y'all think there's a possibility that the team that we have now, do you think that we could get over the hump and make it to the Super Bowl and win it? Yes or
Yes.
no?
Yes.
Explain why. Explain why. Everybody.
Because our
First of all-
quarterback
first
is
of all-
playing under control. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Izzy. You go first. Go first.
Just
All right,
go
so-
in order. Yep.
First of all, the head coach has proven that he can beat just about any team in the NFL. Second of all, he's gone with a youth movement and balanced coaches. So instead of having a purely passing offense, he's now moved to an offense that sets the pass up off the run. We're running play action more. Josh Allen's behind center or under center more, and those are things that he's statistically been better at over the years, but we have not embraced for him as a quarterback. Move to the defensive side of the ball. Bobby Babich is a more aggressive head coach, but he does take his cues from Sean McDermott. So when Sean needs to step in or if
Yes,
he needs
sir.
help, he's not afraid to ask for help because he realizes that he's a first-year defensive coordinator calling the plays. So he's not afraid to ask questions. So you have a youth movement at coordinators, which most of these teams are going to, and a lot of these young coaches are becoming more and more successful, like Sean McVay when he took over as head coach of the Rams. It took him 5 or 6 years to win a Super Bowl, but eventually he did it. Now you look at the roster. At this point in the season, the Buffalo Bills have got their bye week, week 12. No team in the last 15 years has won a Super Bowl having their bye week before week 10. No team in the last 15 years has won a Super Bowl having their bye week before
Great
week 10.
stat.
The Buffalo Bills
Love
are
it.
now moving forward, and they're getting
Love it.
healthier instead of becoming more injured at this point in the season. We've had our bye week, week 6. We've had our bye week, week 8. We've had our bye week, week 7. And now we're going into it at week 12 with an injured Amari Cooper, who played, Keon Coleman, Dalton Kincaid, Matt Milano. There's no defensive lineman who was hurt. Ed Oliver coming off of an ankle, I think it was. Spencer Brown coming back. All of our guys who were injured are about to get that HP reset to the max, and we're getting hot at the right time. We're on a 6-game winning streak. We are 9-2 for the first time since 1992, and the Buffalo Bills are in position to overtake their rivals in the AFC. If it's not this year, I don't want to say it's not possible, but this year it wasn't even supposed to be possible, and it is. The Buffalo Bills have outgunned themselves with less weapons than previous years. There's they are so multiple that you can try and take away Amari Cooper. Doesn't matter. You took away Amari Cooper. You got Khalil Shakir, Curtis Samuel, Ray Davis. Everybody can eat, and everybody's dangerous on this team on offense, even though none of them are Stephon Diggs. So while the Bills don't have the same amount of elite talent at certain positions, they have more overall talent bundled in with depth. And so the Buffalo Bills this year, if we lose a Matt Milano again, Dorian Williams balling all year. We're 9-2 without Matt Milano. If Bernard goes down, Ben Spector's back. If something happens, we still have guys who can compete for the spots. And then if one of our corners goes down, Tyre Elam, who played well when Russell was
out. I'm glad you said his name because he is the next.
Every time we need him to step up, he steps up.
He steps up.
Does.
Yeah,
he does.
The only question is safety. That's the only spot where, like,
and man, listen, Damar's playing his ass off right now.
He's playing his ass off.
Damar's playing his ass off.
Yes.
Like that dude is living his best life right now after death. Okay.
Yeah.
Damar Hamlin is killing it. No pun intended. But I'm telling you right now, like, the only spot I'm worried if we get hurt is safety. Cole Bishop is still sitting back there learning.
You already know.
Yeah, that's the future.
So if you look at this roster, they're built to last now. Whereas last year they were hurt at last.
So all right, so before the next person go, Izzy,
mic drop.
You have great, valid, and informative viewpoints. I don't disagree with you on anything. In which, if anything, like, I have more to add on to that. But what you said, brother, is a gold mine. Great job, brother. Let's get on to the next person. What y'all think?
Happy to meet you, by the way. I haven't met you yet, but
yeah, brother.
Izzy, my brothers.
Okay, so I'm gonna just say, listen, Izzy, man, I couldn't have put that any better.
Beautiful. It was beautiful.
Any better.
It was great
for this year. I agree with you 150 whatever percent. But I'm gonna just add to that just one thing. Our quarterback is probably the most poised and playing the best. He's in tune.
He's
right
dialed
now.
in, baby.
He is dialed in
more than he's ever been.
And I think add that to what everything Izzy just said. Man, if we don't win it this year, and listen, I think the only team in the NFC that could beat us in the Super Bowl is the Lions. So
let's go back to the Lions. I wasn't able to talk about the Lions.
We already proved
the
Eagles.
The Eagles is a bigger threat to us. We can get to that later.
I am not scared.
Well,
of the
never
Lions.
mind. Hold on, they got Saquon. Never mind.
Eagles is a bigger threat.
I am not scared of the Lions.
Shit,
I'm not scared of any team in this league because the way it matches up.
I ain't saying scared.
I truly believe the Bills will come on top. Not because I'm just a Homer fan and Josh Allen this and that. No, I am not scared of the Lions. The Bills defense will make Jared Goff throw another 5 interceptions. The Eagles, we got robbed out the last game. We got robbed. They needed the refs. You see Josh Allen jersey get ripped off his chest
in the rain.
His shit was ripped. They didn't want to call a fucking intentional grounding when Gabe Davis was 5 yards away. How was that grounding? Well, I am not worried. This is the 1 year I'm truly not worried about any team in the NFL. I truly believe that the Bills will run the table.
I think that there's a difference.
When it comes to, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about the Lions. I think they can. They're the only. And you're right. I changed my statement because I forgot Philly had damn Saquon. So I think the only two teams in the NFC.
What's on defense to stop
that could beat us is those two.
Okay, on the Eagles, what else on defense to stop us?
There's only one team that's beating us in the NFC. And which team is that? I'm gonna ask y'all. What is the only
Oh,
team?
I'm sorry, but you could talk about what's on the offense with these teams. Who is on defense to stop the Buffalo Bills? Who is on defense to stop Josh Allen? And if you stop Josh Allen,
guess what?
who can stop this run game?
But we're not arguing that.
Who is? I'm saying we got so many. I'm sorry.
So guess what? Josh Allen gonna you go ahead.
Hold on, Kenny. Cause that's not what we saying. I'm not saying the Bills are gonna lose. I'm just saying there's certain teams like you ain't worried about Cleveland. You know when we match up with Cleveland, they can't beat us. They can't. What I'm saying, talent wise,
if they get hot, what's on your defense that can stop the Bills? You really think Myles Garrett can completely stop the Bills' offense?
No, but you missing.
But this is
you're missing the point.
I'm sorry,
like styles make fights, right? So the matchup is where it's at. What are you talking about?
But I'm not. But I'm just saying, like in general, there's only a couple teams in the NFC that have the talent that can match up with us. That can beat us. That's just that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying we worried. Shit, I'm riding with Josh all day long.
We go both ways, no homo. We're bisexual.
We can't. What are we doing here?
What's up, Angel?
What's up, Angel?
Don't say that, Angel.
Say go Bills.
That's my boy.
So let me put my input on here, right?
Hey, Kenny, you better stop showing an asshole how to be patient because I don't like it.
I'm sorry, bro. What happened?
So you keeping an idiot in suspense. I don't like it.
Oh no, my bad, brother. So this is my thing, bro. There is one team in NFC that can stop us, and guess who that is? It's the Eagles. You know why? Because what do the Bills struggle with defensively against? Do y'all know?
I just said
the Lions have it too. David Montgomery.
They got two.
There you go. But I'm gonna break it down the difference between them and the Eagles, right? So right now, right, we struggle against physical runners. Physical runners. And the reason why the Eagles is more dangerous is because they have a dual threat quarterback, unlike the Lions. They have a dual threat quarterback. The Lions don't have a dual threat quarterback. Let's keep it a buck, right? And then
golf is not it.
So and guess what?
He's agreeing with you though.
That's crazy. So history repeat itself, right? So guess what? Every time the Bills went to the Super Bowl, what division did they lose to?
The NFC East.
NFC East.
So every time the Patriots went to the Super Bowl, what division did they lose to?
The NFC East.
Now, with that being said, history repeats itself.
Yeah,
or no matter how great our teams are.
Bro, are you trying to tell me we're gonna lose to the Eagles in the Super Bowl? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No. What I'm telling you is we don't match up well against them boys in no way, shape, or form.
No, that's why I had to add that.
I'm like, for example, Julian was like, "Yo, last year though it was raining, they beat us because Gabe Davis, this, that, third." Yes, I agree to him to an extent, right? But at the end of the day, that Eagles team back then is not the same Eagles team that they were now. The Bills team back then is not the same Bills team that we had now. We do not match up well with them boys at all. Just like we don't match up well with the Bengals. If I'm being honest with you,
bro, that's my team. I do not want to see in the first round. If we're the 2 seed.
The Bengals ain't making the playoffs. We ain't even worried about them. They out the playoffs. Let's keep it a buck. Them boys ain't making it. They gotta have a better record than the Ravens and the Steelers.
They still got
the Dolphins, the Chargers, and the Broncos. Like they're not making it out.
They're not making it out.
They still got 2 games against Pittsburgh and 1 more against Baltimore too, though.
And guess what? That's an L. They gonna split. They gonna split with the Steelers and they gonna split with the Ravens. Bottom line, they're not making that playoffs. Bottom line.
I hope you're right, bro. I really.
They got to get past the Dolphins. They got to get past the Chargers. They got to get past the Broncos. Like this,
they're not making it. They're not making it. But
I'm sorry.
but now,
but the comment section.
Love Joey, man. Joey right now cooking. Let's go, Joey.
So like you
Joey.
Tune in Saturday. I got some exciting.
So hold on. What you got going on Saturday, bro?
Buffalo Bills Super Bowl win. 18 Scott Blakely let my dog say, let's go.
I might have to make an appearance on this, man.
We got Big Dog. We got Kenny. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I ain't gonna lie, bro. Saturday, I'm having my first show, bro. Like I said, like the past few weeks, I've never been on a podcast. I've been busy. I've been working this and that third, but I've been grinding. I have some fire segments. I'm gonna break down everything. I'm breaking down coverages. I'm breaking down percentages of what the Bills do and what the 49ers do. I'm going through everything. I'm going through how we gonna win the first seed and how we can. Will we win the division this weekend? Depending on Thursday, what Miami do.
Is that real?
So I'm going through everything.
No. I'm sorry. What
Triggs.
Yeah.
Triggs. You can't
So
be lying
please
to
tune
us.
in, everybody.
You can't. We're vulnerable. We can't be lying to us.
Nick Bosa being out and Lenore being out is huge.
That's a big dub. Easy dub.
Well, I guess that whole Amari Cooper thing I was against is out the window now.
Yo, Kenny,
I guess he's gonna get 100 yards now.
You want 8:30? You said Saturday 8:30.
8:30 Saturday. Tune in. We going to dip. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be fun, man. Tune in. It's gonna be great. Trust me. I've been grinding.
Joey, I'm gonna get you in the next show. Promise you. We gonna make it work. But
yeah, we already had 2 hours, man.
2 hours. 2 hours. Shout out to my boy Izzy because he been rocking it with us for 2 hours.
Appreciate you, homie.
Hey man, I gotta get up at like 5 in the morning and put this turkey on the smoker, but I don't care. We up.
Yeah.
Bill Talk. That's what Mafia Talk. We with it. Nothing but love to the chat. Nothing but love to Joey Hatch, Triggs. We got Beth in the building. Everybody. Scott Blakely. Big dog Scott Blakely. 18-2. Let's fucking go.
He said 3 feet coming.
Nah, man. Let's go. Let's go with the future. Let's go. That's how we do it. Fucking Chiefs dynasty. It's the Bills dynasty. Let's go. Let's run it. Man, nothing but love. I know we're going to wrap it up real quick, but man, nothing but love to my boy Izzy. Please tell the people once again where they can find you, what you got going on, all that good stuff, man.
So I am part of the Built-In Buffalo family. I cover Sundays. If we don't have a Sunday game, it's the Red Zone Report. If we do have a Sunday game, it is the Built-In Buffalo post-game show. I also jump on many of our shows, if somebody's missing. Or if some of my compatriots like you guys, fellow Buffalo Bills content creators, looking to have a joint show, I'm down. Anybody can hit me up. If you do a show with the Bills, I'm in. So
we'll talk.
Yeah, I am one who wants to support my fellow Buffalo Bills content creator. I don't care what brand you're part of. If you're respectful and you want to have a conversation, we down. Let's do it. But yeah, Built in Buffalo is where I'm at. That's the group I'm with. And yeah, we on the come up. So
nothing but love to my boy Izzy.
I'll be watching you, Izzy. I'll be watching you.
I appreciate it because
I've been following him. I know Big Cuz been following him. We've been jumping on in and out, regardless if it's me or Big Cuz. I'm telling you, we show you nothing but love.
Sure.
You and everybody in here. Telling you.
You said, hey man, we gotta do a show together. You hit me up in the private messages on Facebook or DM. You DM me on Facebook. I was like, yeah, then we gotta do it sometime. And then this week you was like, hey man, we doing a show before Thanksgiving. You down? I was like, let me see what I got going on today so I can knock out this food prep. I got the pernil already seasoned up. I got the turkey seasoned up, man. I got stuff done today. So in the morning I got to get up early, get stuff cooking, so my wife can do her stuff tomorrow. And yeah, it's about to be live. So
yeah, he said,
I'm just having you guys hit me up, and then we can do this thing. My boy's birthday is tomorrow, so we're gonna watch a movie tonight.
I love it.
Happy birthday to your brother, man.
Yeah,
happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Hey, my brother, show your face one more time.
That's my brother in arms. We played in Afghanistan twice.
What do you
say? Hook 'em horns, baby. Hook 'em horns, baby.
It's just a joke here, but Boomer Sooner there, buddy.
Let's go.
See, I was trying to tell them hook 'em horns, baby.
He's a Texas. He's joking around.
Yeah, no, I know.
I literally went to Texas to go watch a game with him a couple years ago.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
That's fire.
And we went this year to go watch Syracuse play NC State here in North Carolina, where I live at.
That's
so I'm about to say so before I head out, yo, Izzy, it's a blessing to meet you. This is my first time ever hearing about you. No disrespect, but I will from now on. I'm gonna tune into your show. I'm gonna put my feed on, and guess what? If you want me to come on, trust me, I'll just let me know. I'll pull up on your show. We're gonna get it popping, bro. You know what I mean? I love content. Let's create, let's build, and let's do this together. You feel me? Hey man, because Jay Mafia, man, I always appreciate the invite, man. We're gonna get it popping.
Yo,
thank you for yes, sir.
Me and you gotta have this JP Lossman discussion on one day on your podcast.
Oh, he's a bum, but let's have it. He's a bum, but let's have it.
We talked about that before.
Guess what? That's fire content, baby. I'm ready. I'm ready to like some fire.
Hang on.
You know, I don't have no filter.
Who's pro JP Lossman? All right, I'm with you though.
I'm with it because I grew up.
I'll say I'm with him on this. I think he was abandoned by Mike Mularkey, and I think that had a big thing to do with it. So I'll be on that.
Had a big thing to do with that.
Izzy, when I had the episode,
we gotta get Izzy on that invite. Yeah, we gotta get Izzy on
Twitter. That's my handle.
I'm on both of y'all case. So I'm sorry. So now that being said, man, hey man, thank you to everybody in the chat for joining in. As always, man, it's always a pleasure. So like for me right now, Bills United podcast, my first episode is going to be this upcoming Saturday. You can follow me on YouTube under Bills United Podcast. Bills United Podcast. Thank you, brother. Tune in. You can find me on Facebook under Kenneth Jackson. You can find me on Instagram at Kenny_boy21 is going down. And not only that, I have a Bills United podcast, but also I'm doing a sports broadcast. So I'm gonna have two separate podcasts to where when we talk about basketball. I'm a Knicks fan, but we're gonna talk about basketball. We're gonna talk about boxing. We're gonna talk about UFC. So everybody that likes all that stuff, tune in. We're gonna get it popping. So right now, like I said, we just doing the Bills, but
Laker Nation over here, baby.
Give me towards the end of the season. I'm gonna start my sports broadcast. Everybody come along. We're gonna get it popping, man. Let's have fun. It's family, it's good vibes. If you want to come in and talk your shit, man, come and do it. It's only
hit me up for the UFC stuff and boxing.
Let's do it. Say no
more.
Yeah, I want to have
love it. Let's go.
I love
it. My boy Kenny.
Izzy, I'm on you, bro. Come on.
Pull up. We got boxing. We got fighting, man. Being big.
I live for that. I live for it.
Let's go.
I wrestled in high school. I did karate, jiu-jitsu. I took boxing lessons. I've done all that stuff. I've fought in combative tournaments in the 82nd Airborne Division, combative tournaments. I'm in it.
Thank y'all both for y'all service, man.
Appreciate it.
For real.
Yes, sir.
Both of y'all. Your boy. I know your boy. You say your boy went to Afghanistan and all that.
Yeah. So Joey.
He went downstairs real quick. Back. No, you good.
Yes. So Joey Hatch. Yes. Under Kenneth Jackson. And I'm about to say, I know multiple probably gonna pull up because I don't know if you're from Buffalo, but if you're not from Buffalo, I am in my picture. It's me, Julian, his cousin, and a bunch of Bills fans in front of the Bill Stadium. So if you see Kenneth Jackson with us, that's me. A whole bunch of 5 Bills people in front of the Bill Stadium. That's me. Add me, brother. Tune in, bro, and I'm gonna add you to the show, man. We're gonna talk. We're gonna have great content, great conversation, man. Let's get it popping, man.
End the show.
It's good to have you back, Kenny.
Yes, sir.
I can't see it.
That's too bright. Hang on a second.
Yeah, I can't see it.
Yo, nonetheless, real quick, happy.
Hey guys, you. Yeah, I see Julian.
Everybody.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, that's me, brother. Hey, man, follow me. I'm gonna follow you right back, man. We're gonna get it popping. I'm gonna inbox you. We gonna talk, brother. We're gonna talk.
Friend added. So actually, you gotta accept it, but
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody coming up. It's Thanksgiving Eve. I hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving. Please, I don't care what y'all got going on with your family. Let this day be a family get together. I don't care if you hate your mom, your sister, your cousin, your uncle. Tell them you love them. Tell them you appreciate them. Tell them you're thankful for them. And then tell them it's go fucking Bills. It's Mafia talk. We big dogs in the building. We got Built in Buffalo, it's Built in Buffalo, right?
Built in Buffalo, yeah.
Okay, Built in Buffalo, my boy Izzy. We got Bills United. It's Mafia talk. Let's go. Nothing but love, because Mafia means family. Doesn't matter.
Love you, Josh Allen.
We love you, Josh Allen. We love you, the Bills.
God bless America.
Everybody who tapped in tonight. Shout out to my girl, Sandra. Yo, that's my mom's name, Sandra.
Yeah.
So nothing but love to you.
Love you, Titi. I don't know if you watching.
Love you, Titi. Love, Mom. I'm telling you, nothing but love. Scott Blakely.
Hey.
Yo, my dog, Hugh, who taps in with all the channels, with me, Big Cuz, Izzy, everybody.
Yeah, shout out to Justice.
Yo, shout out to Justice General. He's been riding with me since the beginning. Shout out to Justice General, joining my fan base. I'm Built in Buffalo as well. Yo, Justice General, he's on WUFO with Mookie Hawkins. Tap in with Mookie Hawkins because he gets the exclusive interviews with the Bills players at the post game. So you definitely want to follow Justice General and Mookie Hawkins, WFO, all that good stuff, man. Tap in. We're gonna be live again next week, Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Kenny's gonna be live Saturday nights. Izzy, when are you live?
Sunday nights, usually post game.
Post game,
beautiful.
Tap in Sunday nights. So I'm telling you, great, phenomenal content creators, man. Nothing but love. I appreciate you. And on Thanksgiving note, I am very thankful to be tapped in with Bills Mafia, to be tapped in with Izzy and his great content and his love. Yo, Kenny, you know how we go. You hit me up randomly. tell them like, I want to be a podcaster. I gave you nothing but knowledge. You gave me nothing but love. So tab on my boy Kenny, and because I'm telling you, because
and also
you been a big brother I never had. So number below,
you know, you already know, bro. You already know.
And I'm about to say so. And I'm about to also want to say so. Before we end this, man, I want to give thanks to Izzy, Big Cousin Jay Mafia, man. Hey, man, listen, man. Even though like this is not Izzy platform, man, I still appreciate you for being here, for supporting us. So for supporting the platform, I appreciate you, bro. It's a pleasure to meet you. I can tell you have a good heart, man. Thank you, brother. Big Cuz J Mafia, man. I always appreciate y'all. But not only that, man, to everybody that's tuning in, man, we can't do this without y'all. We can't do this without any of y'all, man. We can't do this without Scott. We can't do this without Justin, man. We can't do this without Sandra, Hefe, man. I'm sorry if I don't know everybody's names, because I'm still coming along. But man, we appreciate all y'all for tuning in, for supporting, coming on all our shows, man. Man, thank you, man. Every day, not only for Thanksgiving, man. We thank you every day, man. So keep tuning in. We're gonna keep coming with fire content. We're gonna keep feeding y'all like y'all feeding us, and we're gonna guess what? And that's what we're gonna do from now on, man. Let's build, let's grind, and guess what? We all came from the mud, and guess what? We're gonna come from the mud until we get to that Super Bowl. And guess what? When we get to that Super Bowl, we're gonna celebrate together. Bottom line, man. Let's get it, man.
I just want to say one thing. I'm not even gonna get all sentimental because I appreciate y'all. Y'all all said it, but I'm gonna say this for all the Bills fans. I am thankful for number 17. God damn it, I'm thankful for 17. Good Lord, because without him, none of this shit would be happening right now.
Yo,
so
him. Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Hey, but for real though, God bless family.
Yes, sir.
God bless country. God bless all of y'all and your families.
Yes,
and go Bills.
Go Bills, baby.
That's how you win it. Have a great Thanksgiving tomorrow. Eat good. And let's get this Green Bay win. Green Bay, let's go. I tell you, Green Bay
I love it, y'all. I love
Bills
it.
win. We take over the division. Let's go, baby. Go Bills. I hope everybody have a phenomenal day tomorrow. I'm telling you, great football. Great Bills content. Shout out to my boy Izzy. Shout out to Kenny. Shout out to Big Cuz. And shout out to Justice General.
Yes, sir.
Nothing but love, man. Go Bills. Stay tuned to everybody throughout the week, man. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Go Bills, baby.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, y'all.
Let's work.
He didn't play the outro. Wait, come on. He didn't get off the thing. He didn't play the I love you, Josh Allen. None of that. Oh, he messing up. Hold on, man. Hold on.
That's all you right, bro.
I got this. Hold on.
You got to end it right, y'all.
I'm sorry. I left.
Oh, no. I got it.
One job to get done today, man. Find a W. Play for each other. I love y'all. We don't say what you think.